Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Knowledge in the Afternoon. This is your boy M3, and I got DJ Eddie King with
Yeah,
me.
yeah. Let's get
Yeah,
it in.
another casual live stream, man. So
Mm-hmm.
we have like three topics coming up. The first is like the LA Purge that we're gonna be talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the second one is supposed to be like, what the funk were you thinking? But we might make that last or whatever. And then we have like missing like women and children that we wanted to talk about. So, and if we have more time, we might talk about like some other things though. But we're gonna try to keep it to like a cool casual hour. Anyways, DJ Eddie King, how you doing tonight?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
Afternoon.
You mean this afternoon? I'm doing
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. Thank you.
I'm doing all right, man.
Yeah. I mean, man, I'm so used to my night streaming, man. Sometimes, man, it just gets over my head. But
Yeah, it is what it is. You know how it be.
yeah. So, so one of my coworkers, right, sent me like a TikTok video, which talks about the LA purge that's going on. It was happening this past weekend, and the commissioner was saying, "Do not go to Los Angeles
Mm-hmm.
because there's nothing they could do, and there's a shortage of police officers at the moment."
Yeah,
So, oh, sorry, what you gonna say, DJ Eddie?
yeah. I was gonna say, yeah. And I've heard a lot of police officers told the people to stay in their homes, and they said that I'm sorry to say this, but so much going on, we can't even help.
Exactly. So, if
Ooh.
the police tell you not to come, man, it's recommended not to show up.
Yeah,
Oh, hold on. So, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna play the first video, and then we're gonna have an open discussion about this.
yeah.
I don't know why this stupid video keep trying to play itself, but hold on.
1 minute, folks. 1 minute.
There we go. Let me see how this looks to be scrolled down. Here we go. This is much better. All right. So let me see. All right. So this is, I think, one of the chief or the head police officers of LA that's talking. So let's make sure the audio is good. All right. You ready, DJ Eddie?
Let's go.
All right. Let me know if you can hear it.
Is like
I can hear it.
Okay.
Los Angeles is like the movie Purge, but instead of 24 hours to commit your crime, they have 365 days to go out and commit their crimes, and that's how it is right now. It is so violent. We're telling people don't visit because we don't think we can keep you safe right now, and that's just sad to say.
Are you familiar with the movie Purge? Because it's important. He was starting to explain it there. For a 12-hour period, you can do anything you want. You can commit murder, whatever. It's the premise of the movie. It is so gory when you watch it. And that's what he says LA feels like.
You hit on it. It's like the movie The Purge. People have no
And
accountability,
for
no
fair use
procedures,
procedures,
and you
this
have
is fair
Democrats
use,
that
so
are
I have to
allowing this
talk
to
over
continue to
this.
go on. It's
Los Angeles is like
Fair use, everybody.
Yes. So
Fair use.
I forgot to put the fair use brand, but
Let's put it. Yeah,
yeah.
there we go. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so fair use people, okay? All right. I don't know if I can play it one more time, but we're still trying to understand the fair use procedure. So hopefully by us reacting to this and slightly talking over and giving our reaction, we're not stealing content. We're just reacting to the content, and giving credit what credit is due on this live stream. So it is from somebody from TikTok, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But I think more people just like joined in. So it is a short video. I don't mind playing it again. What you think, DJ Eddie?
I don't mind.
Okay, we'll play it one more time, right? For the ones that just joined in. For the ones that did just join in, definitely get the likes up, and subscribe to Knowledge and Relationships if you are new to this channel. So, all right, thank you for tuning in. Let's play it one more time. All right.
Los Angeles is like the movie
And
Purge,
again,
but instead
fair
of
use.
24 hours to commit your crime, they have 365 days to go out and commit their crimes, and that's how it is right now. It is so violent. We're telling people don't
Wow.
visit because we don't think we can keep you safe right now, and that's just sad to say.
Are you familiar with the movie Purge? Because it's important. He was
Hey.
starting to explain it there. For a 12-hour period.
It says when you disarm law-abiding citizens and turn loose to violent criminals, you get current day Los Angeles. Sorry, I don't know how anyone can live here or live there at this point. And yes, there are a lot of good people stuck in LA. Oh
Period.
man.
You can do anything you want. You can commit murder, whatever. It's the premise of the movie. It is so gory when you watch it. And
Wow.
that's what he says LA feels
Fair
like.
You
use.
hit on it. It's like the movie The Purge. People have no accountability, no consequences, and you have Democrats that are allowing this to continue to go on.
Wow, look at all the stuff that's going on right now.
It's
Los
All right.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. All I can say is wow. Wow. You know, when I was reading up about this, man, you know, I heard about 14, 14 smash and goes. That means the jewelry stores. They go in, they smash the jewelry, they smash the glass and grab the jewelry and they just leave. So it's called smash and go. And it's been like 14 of those. But
Man.
then it's been like 18 robberies when this was going down. The jewelry heist is a big distraction to where the police will first run to. So while they're doing that, it's other 18 houses being robbed, you know, for the money they saved, so whatever they got. There's more breaking news stories about the people that just moved in Los Angeles that are complaining and you know they're scared to death. You know, from witnesses, a lot of witnesses said, you know, they've seen a lot of guys with machine guns and smashing in windows, hopping in, taking everything, tying up folks and stuff like that. It's been shootings, you know, in the robberies. And it's been more than like 18, 19 robberies. And, you know, the only difference is this is the Purge. You know, the only difference is, you know, they have, you know, nurse, you know, little COVID-19 mask. So they won't be identified. So, that, I mean, the only difference is they don't have, like, you know, crazy masks, like the cloud mask and screen mask and stuff like that. You know, usually what they usually wear, you know, at the Purge, these crazy masks, you know, they usually wear. But, yeah, that's the only difference. But it is the Purge. It is the Purge in Los Angeles right now. And it's crazy, man. Woo, it's crazy, man. But what you think about that?
Man, I'm thinking that, you know, as people are watching these type of movies like on the Purge, man, I feel like they're getting a lot of these ideas. Like, here's the thing: the more you keep talking about something, the more it's going to resonate in your mind.
Yeah.
And when it resonates in your mind, it's like, oh, I never thought about this idea before, but now I'm going to use it. As you can see, they're advertising the Purge right now. You know, the first thing they talked about was the Purge movie, and everyone is doing what they will see during the movies.
Yeah.
Because they got the idea now. Now the thing is, the real question is in LA, what got to the point where they are at right now? And that's the answer I'm looking for. Like, what is going on in LA that people are doing these type of crimes? You know? And why is there not enough police officers to control the situation?
Well, you know, I can honestly say that a lot of jobs is it's really not open at this point because of I'm gonna say the virus. I'll just say the virus. I'm not gonna say the name, but I'm just gonna say the virus. And a lot of times with these young men and these older cats, when they go out, and these women too, they go out, they look for a job. The people won't hire them because they are scared to death of catching this virus. So they keep the old same team that they usually have and not hire new folks. So when that happens, you know, you got people out there that's trying to feed their families, and if they can't get a job, well, this is how they're going to react. You know, black, white, whoever, or Hispanic, whoever. This is how they're going to react. And I would have to say that it's terrible. This is terrible. This is only the beginning. This is only the beginning. Okay. that this is
Exactly.
this is going to get worse, worse and worse.
Mhm.
Diamond,
I have to
go
get.
ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt you, DJ Eddie. I
That's
have
okay.
to give a warm salute to Patrice Gardner. Thank you for tuning in to Knowledge in the Afternoon, which is a part of Knowledge and Relationships. We just have pretty much our most random topics, but most entertaining random topics in
Yes.
our afternoon live streams. And who knows, maybe that might wind up being like a series. You never know.
And salute
But
to
for now,
Patrice. Salute to you, Patrice.
yes, definitely. And then salute to our main
Atlanta,
man, Atlanta
Thrasher.
Thrasher.
What's going
Okay.
on? What's going
Woo!
on, man? Yeah, we
Got
here, man.
Atlanta
You have to do
Thrasher in the building. Thank you
Yes,
for
sir.
tuning in, my brother.
Yes, yes,
And
sir.
please let's get these likes up. Like and subscribe if you're new.
Yes,
So,
yes.
and Patrice says, I've been on your panel. I'm OG Patrice.
OG
Okay, okay.
Patrice. Okay, okay.
Knowledge and ADHD.
Well, hey, you know what? This is my thing, though. I don't think it's only
Mhm.
going to happen in Los Angeles. I think it's gonna happen all over the city, and then pretty soon it's going to be happening all over the world. Because in these cases, a lot of folks, a lot of times, even though just because the people won't hire you because they're scared to get
Mhm.
the virus,
Mhm.
a lot of times it's because folks don't want to take the vaccine. A lot of people don't. I almost call it the potion. I say
Yeah.
the potion. The poison.
The
Uh,
poison. Yeah,
a,
yeah, yeah.
a lot of people don't want to take the poison in order to even get a job because they don't trust it. When you go to Walgreens or when you go to Lucky's or something like that, when you're looking for some medicine, you got headaches and stuff like that. You look on the back of the cap, and it tells you, hey, before you take it, it's going to do this and that and the third to you. You know, now, but dealing with this potion, it doesn't have ingredients in the back. It doesn't tell you what's going to happen. It doesn't say anything. So it, that also could be the reason why folks out there don't want to take this potion. And
Mhm.
just like if you look at the NBA players, if you look at the soccer players, if you look at the NFL players, a lot of these players are being fired and removed because they don't want to take this potion. And I understand. I completely understand. I haven't. I'm not even gonna talk about that. But that this is the case. A lot of people are getting fired. A lot of people are also quitting their
Mhm.
jobs because they don't want to take it. And
Yeah.
I don't think that's right. You can't make somebody take something that they don't want to take. To me. But this is what's going on.
Okay, okay. Let me get to the comments real quick. Um, so one highlight I want to say, right? Oh, for Patrice, right? I'm sorry that you missed. We did the reaction video twice. It is a purge that's going on in Los Angeles right now, and a police officer said himself, "If I were you, I would not visit LA this weekend. There is a lack of police officers right now that's protecting the city. Well, not enough, I would say."
Not
And
enough.
they show video evidence of people doing so many crimes. Okay, and just to give you a hint, it's not people of our color. I'm just saying, Cheryl, thank you for tuning in. She says, let me help y'all get 5 subs so y'all can hit that 600 mark. Definitely appreciate it, sister. Right? Thank you for
Hey,
tuning in.
Cheryl. All right.
Yeah. Shout outs to K Marion, right? Who says it's truly sad and unfortunate. I would prefer to hear natives currently living in Los Angeles to chime in on this. Please tap in, like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. We do have someone that is from Los Angeles, K Marion. If you are tuning in, um, tap into like one of your Los Angeles buddies. Tell them to come up on the live stream so we could talk about this.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
I forgot what
we got a lot
so
of friends
King,
of
yeah.
ours that stay out there in Los Angeles. I got a
Yeah.
couple of buddies of mine who had called me and
Mhm.
asked me that I watch the news. I didn't even know what was going on. And
Yeah, yeah.
I turned on the news and this is what I got. And they was telling me, hey man, if you're thinking about coming to visit me or visit a few other friends, don't. I'm saying? Don't come where we at, man. It's dangerous, it's out of control. You can't even go to the grocery store to buy food. You know, and
Right,
this is
right,
what
right.
was told to me. Even before the news came out, this is what was told to me. And this is crazy.
Yeah, shout outs to Miss Mary. It says knowledge salute. I am shopping, but still had the time to support on a good Sunday afternoon.
Shout
I'm
out to
sorry, on a
Miss
good
Mary.
afternoon. I'm at
shout
work.
out to
My bad, but yeah.
shout out to
Uh,
Miss Mary. Thank you.
yes, yes, and then also shout outs to Simon Hector as well too, though. Like he's
Simon.
coming.
Hey.
Okay, I've been hearing about the smash and grabs. Yes,
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
I call it, smash and grabs.
Yeah.
I would like to know if those were recent videos or from Rodney King Rice. No, no, no. Those were recent videos. The
Recent
one,
videos.
yeah,
Yeah.
the one that we played. You know what? I think we should play it again, DJ Eddie. What
Yeah.
you
Let's
think?
play it again. Let's play it
Yeah,
again.
yeah. Just for you guys because we like you guys on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
All right. And here's the thing. I want to shout out to Miss Mary's comment because right, you know, there's some people, right, that lives in our close proximity. And we be asking people, yo, join the live stream. Let's have a conversation. But they act like they're too busy for us. But we
Hmm.
have people, right, who do take the time and they're doing multiple things. And like I said before, you know, people will take time if they really care. And you guys are taking your time to watch us, which shows that you guys really care. Just like Master Duck, you know, he says, where do you guys stand on white people crying over, okay, the word cracker? You know, we could talk about that too, though. Unfortunately, I don't really have a lot of white friends to really clarify, you know, but we could tell you about what we think. Now I'm going to have to watch the movie The Purge. Yes, Mr. M3, please drop the link for folks to join the live, please. Hold on, we will drop the link in just a minute, but
Let's play this video.
yeah, we want to play the video for you guys. Oh, shit, you know what?
This is just crazy. This is crazy. If you have a police officer that's telling the people of the world, hey, don't come here. Uh, there's nothing much we can do for you. You know, it's sad to say something similar to that. Go ahead and play the video.
Yeah, hold on for 1 second.
1 second, you guys. So right now, for what I got, guys, while he's doing that, uh, you know, they have made 14 arrests during the smash and grab. They've made 14 arrests in Los Angeles. Uh, but there's more than that. There's more people out there than that that's doing it. It's like over like 30 to 40 people. You know, including robberies. You got a lot of robberies. As a matter of fact, a friend of mine gave me a call that said that the three of his neighbors was robbed, and they all live in the house. You know, they took the people's cars. You know, they came out with machine guns and a whole bunch of stuff. You know, uh, so this is what's going on. You know, right now, and this is just man, it's crazy. I was actually thinking about going out there to LA for the holidays too. I'm glad that this was told to me. So you know, and I don't believe that this is just going to happen in LA, man. This is going to happen all over the world pretty soon. Pretty soon, right now, it's going to fill up California, and then when people get the word out from different cities, they're going to start doing it too. Then it's just going to become a purge. But I have been saying this from the beginning. Uh, Now, as far as why these people are doing it, you know, they're not doing it just to have fun. They're doing it. The majority of them, I'll just say the majority of them are doing it just to try to feed their family, see what they can do. You know, I think it's the cause of this potion that a lot of folks don't want to take. And plus, a lot of folks don't. It's scared of the virus. People don't want to catch the virus. You know, you can't even go anywhere. You can't go to the bars. You can't go to the clubs. And this is what happens when you do go to the bar. You see people hanging outside from the bar. That's the law from what these clubs and bars what that told me. Uh, and a lot of time in restaurants. Now, I'm only saying this only in California. I'm just saying I'm in California right now. So this is only happening in California. I can't really speak on every other state. I don't know if this happening out there every other state. That's what's going on. Uh, Thrasher, he said, did someone say, what is it? Did someone say the C word? Too bad M3 doesn't know any white people. Well, listen. I got a lot of white friends, and no, they don't like the C word because they feel like, listen, man, listen. And a lot of them told to me, like, listen, man, if there was my great grandfather, great grandma, if they had anything to do with this, you know, that was them. That this is not me. You know,
Yeah,
this is not us. So this is how they feel. Like, listen, man, this is not us, man. that was like 1,000 some years ago. That wasn't us. And they don't like the C word because they wasn't there back in those times. They wasn't there back in those days. So they yeah, of course they're going to get upset because they don't like the C word because they wasn't there. They wasn't there to do the crime and all that other extra stuff. They wasn't there.
Yeah.
So it's they feel disrespected by someone saying that. So but there are I ain't gonna lie, there are like some, I ain't gonna say all white folks, but there are some who like to be called that because they don't like not just like black folks, they don't like other nationalities as well. But the good folks out there that's taking care of their families and who's happy, who's positive, they don't like that word. But go ahead, M3, what you got?
Yeah. Okay. So, Atlanta Thrasher, man, you funny, man. I forget, man. Atlanta Thrasher is also white too, so that's why he said that someone just said the C word. Too bad empty doesn't know any white people, right?
Yeah, Mr. Duck, he said he probably just trying to fire up the conversation. That's just Master Duck. That's just him.
Well, no. Like the thing is, like what he's hinting is that like you do have a white person in the chat that could also talk about this too, though, right? So Atlanta Thrasher, if you would like to talk about this, right? This topic. I would definitely drop the link. But I would drop the link after when we replay the video. Again. Okay, because some people are just now chiming in. So this is like the first time. This will be the first time watching it.
Okay, let's watch it.
Okay, and I don't know why this thing keep auto playing. This is annoying, but let's go ahead and we're gonna start this off. You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Los Angeles is like the movie Purge.
Oh yeah, fair use, everybody.
Pause it.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to.
Okay, the people out there, I want to ask you, can you hear the video? I just want to ask you. Can you hear?
Can anybody hear? I just want to make sure you guys can hear the video.
Yes, we're gonna play it again. Let us know. Go ahead.
Okay, let me see. For a regular, I don't honk either. Okay, but I can't be salty and square, dude. That would be a 2-second conversation. Well, it's still good to see your presence, anyways, Atlanta Thrasher. But okay.
Let's get to it.
He says, "Yes, I can hear." Okay.
Okay, let's get to it. Yep.
And okay, so I'm just one. Okay, good.
Go. Let's
continue on. It's all part of the fair use game anyway. You do have to pause video sometimes.
Commit their crimes, and that's how it is right now. It is so violent. We're telling people don't visit because we don't think we can keep you safe right now, and that's just sad to say.
Are you familiar with the movie Purge? Because it's important. He was starting to explain it there. For a 12-hour period, you can do anything.
Okay, I want to just pause real quick. Hopefully, you guys could kind of see this, but
read it anyway. Yeah.
All right, DJ Eddie, you want to take turns to read it?
I can't really see it. Hold on, let me see it.
Okay, no worries. I'll read it again. If you disarm law-abiding citizens and turn those loose into violent criminals, you will get current-day Los Angeles. I don't know how anyone can live there at this point. And yes, there are a lot of good people stuck in LA.
Anything you want. You can commit murder, whatever. It's the premise of the movie. It is so gory when you watch it. And that's what he says LA feels like.
You hit on it. It's like the
And that's what she's saying right now is hardcore and it's gory. Okay, this is the real life Purge. I keep saying Purge. The real life Purge. Okay,
people have no accountability, no consequences.
No accountability, man.
And you have Democrats that are allowing this to continue.
If you can see closely, these are people shoplifting. Like just shoplifting in front, like the cameras. They don't care.
Wait, those are people shoplifting? Oh,
yeah, shoplifting.
Oh,
okay. I know you can't see it from what I see, right? But if you see my mouse point at this guy is literally running from stealing. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
And then that's a whole herd of traffic of people stealing. So that's
and
the car.
Breaking. So that's the white car, the getaway. Okay.
The getaway car. Okay. That is the getaway car, everybody. So let me take off fair use real quick. Okay. Remove
now
that.
I know some of y'all out there gotta be thinking like, man, this is what's going on in LA. What is going on? Wow. Look, Patrice said, wow, OG Patrice.
Yes.
And If people would go back to certain videos, what I was saying about this posting, man, I've been saying this, man, that this was going to happen. I've been saying the purge is going to happen pretty soon. The grocery stores is going to get shut down. There will be Army veterans posting up in front of the stores to keep people away. Now, that hasn't happened yet, but that will happen. Now we got the purge. So that's step 1. So step 2, 3, 4, and 5 hasn't happened yet. Go ahead.
Exactly. So I'm putting like the live stream out right now. So anybody, feel free to like have a conversation with us. Men and women are more than welcome to join in and just speak your mind about this. We want to hear your thoughts too, besides like reading the chat. So you guys are and ladies are just more important as we are, you know.
Yeah.
So anybody could hop in. Um, Patrice says, so are there short staff of police officers? Unfortunately, yes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's why the purge is happening, because when you're understaffed, this tends to happen. And it's
It's,
when
it,
there's
it, it-
more criminals than the police force, that's the outcome that's gonna happen.
and like the mistake the police officers make. What happened is when one jewelry heist happens, it will
Hmm.
be like at least like 10 police cars there. You don't need 10 police cars there. You probably just bring like 2. They
Hmm.
all post up at a spot when there's a bunch of them. So that's why there's not really enough policemen out there to go into other areas where the other crimes are happening, because they all post up at one little spot, which is a jury spot. Which is I guess to them is important, because each jewelry is just like worth millions, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Some of them worth millions of dollars. So they all post at this one little spot, like a big group. You don't need no 10 police officers to be at one spot. Okay, even though it's 18 heists, jewelry heists. So that's the mistake that they make. I feel like they have enough, but they post at one spot when it's just a bunch of police officers. They don't need that many. They don't need that many. But go ahead.
Yes, yes, definitely. So, oh man,
It's crazy.
it is. Shoot, I feel like, man, that might be the main topic, because everybody's like, what the heck, what's going
Yeah,
on?
this is just going on right now. This is still going on, y'all. This is still
Hmm.
going on. This is not the only news, okay?
Yeah, yeah,
This is still going on.
yeah.
This is still
I
going on. Like the grocery stores. We have the clothing store. What was that clothing store? Foot Locker. A lot of people ran and rushed. The Foot Locker store came and took a whole bunch of shoes and stuff. This is still going on. This is still going on. It's not really just the jewelry store. It's not really just the people houses getting robbed. It's other stores too.
Yeah. Simon also says there's no incentive to protect the public. Hmm.
Mm,
Okay, no incentive to protect the public.
yeah.
Okay.
Someone got to guard the donuts. There's thieves out there, man.
Yes.
The donut shop. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna get nobody no ideas, man. I just
Yeah.
feel like it's wrong. But at this, I feel like if you ask me, man, I'm gonna have to say, whoever that was involved with this posting, I think it's their fault. I think it's their fault. Because to me, when the I would say, should I say no Vaseline? I'm gonna say Vaseline. When the Vaseline thing started, when
Hmm.
that started spreading around or whatever, um, at the time, to me, it wasn't even that many people catching it.
Hmm.
Because I did a story about this a long time ago. Even like the story, like in New York, New York City, there were people had cameras and they went inside of these hospitals and there was no one there. They claim on the news, "Hey, yeah, we got about 30 to 40,000 people
Hmm.
here. We need help." Well, there's other people who's not even part of the hospital went there with cameras and it's actual footage that no one was there. Nope, nobody was there. So now, let me see. A few months later, now they're saying there's 120,000 people got this, 50 to 60,000 people got that. Now when that happens, when people start staying homes, that's when the law's starting to drop. Like, hey man, you can't come in here without a mask. You got to stand 6 feet away. Um, Matter of fact, we don't even want y'all in our store. You guys got to call us so we can give you the items. We'll drop it off at your spot and leave it there instead of y'all coming to our store because we don't want to catch this thing. So it started from there, you know. And then when this potion came out, a lot of people were scared. It's still today, people are still scared to take it.
You mean wait, potion or poison?
Potion. The
Oh,
poison.
potion. Oh yeah. I got you.
You got me. Okay.
Yeah.
The potion to cure this Vaseline. You catch my drift? So when that potion came out, it got worse. Yeah, it got worse. Now it's like people don't want to take it. You know, a lot of cats out there, they're not hiring for jobs, and this is what you get. This is what you're going to get. Okay, so far as it's in California, so far. But I'm gonna let y'all know right now, it's going to spread from California to other states. Pretty soon, you're going to be turning on your television. You're going to be watching the news and say, "What? 14 to 15 heights? What's going on?" You know?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We do have a guest, right, Miss Miss OG Patrice.
OG Patrice.
Yes. Let's go ahead and welcome her into the live stream.
What's good, gentlemen? Salute to
doing?
you.
Salute.
Happy
Man. How are
Sunday.
you? Yes, happy Sunday to you, man. Thank you.
Man, so they going crazy out there in LA. Listen, I just heard all the news that it's smash and grabs that are happening in other big cities like New York, Chicago, Detroit, and so forth. So I think it's a ring. I think it's a ring of people in these different locations, right? Because I'm thinking at some point the National Guard may be called out, especially with LA right now, because LA I think is worse than any other place. But I just literally saw on the news where they said they had a couple smash and grab in Chicago and in Detroit and in New York.
Wow. And this is recent and within this month of December?
Yeah, no, just right before I tuned into you guys, I was watching the news.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was watching the world news and they reported some smash and grabs. I'm like, what is going on?
Wow. So they starting to spread.
That's why I say I think it's a ring. I think like like LA setting the tone, and then other rings of these criminals are getting together and they doing the same exact things, these smash and grabs.
Do you think it's connected though? Do you think these people are connected?
I don't think it's necessarily connected. I think it's copycat. I think it could possibly be copycat. Like, they watching what's going on in LA and they saying, hey, yo, let's do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yes.
Right.
Copycat. Because they definitely was doing it down on the Magnificent Mile in Chicago. That's where I'm from. And I just called my mom. I'm like, is it a little crazy out there? She said they've been doing the smash and grabs, but she said ain't got that bad yet. But I'm like, if it's crazy like that right now in the media in LA, unless the media is really hyping this up, because y'all know the media can do that too.
Yeah,
absolutely. Real quick, I do have to give a shout out to Miss JP, right? The aspiring matriarch. Salute, sister. Thanks for tuning in. She did ask, right? Do you believe this is all a distraction narrative? If yes, what from? If no, why not?
What's up, my sister JP? I know her very well. You know what? If right now, if I would have to say, I think it's a crime of opportunity, honestly, because if you're short staffed in your police departments, and most of these big cities are, right? Let's be real, because since all of the civil unrest and all of the tension and the racial divide and things that's been going on in the police station, people been getting fired, people been asking to step down. It's a lot going on with that, and they're not liking what's been happening with these police unions and with all the pressure to defund and all this and that. So people are literally retiring earlier. They're quitting.
Wow.
Like they're doing a bunch of stuff. I think they said about 1,200 police officers in Chicago have literally either retired early or quit. So all of these big cities are becoming short-staffed of police officers. And when you talk in big cities like LA, Chicago, Detroit, Memphis, Tennessee, where crime is more than tripled over the past year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
Ooh.
I really think it's crime opportunity. They looking on the news and they saying, yo, you know, let's get a gang of people together and let's do this.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They're like, listen, if they doing it that easy, we can do it much easier.
Right.
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. Especially if you're in a big city where it's short staff, right?
Yeah.
Like me and my sis, JP, we in Arizona, so I ain't heard nothing. It's been kind of quiet as far as smash and grabs, but big cities, big major cities where you got all of the designer stores, all the big jewelry. Look, you got Jewelry Row in New York and Chicago, literally.
Wow.
Now, what if they really start getting on that? Then I'm predicting if these crime opportunities continue, the National Guard will be called in at some point.
Yep. The National Guard will be called in because instead of the jewelry, now they're going to go from the grocery store. They're going to go from the grocery store. I'm trying to tell everybody now. They're going to go to the grocery store after the jewelry heist, and they're going to put soldiers. They're going to put soldiers, veterans next to the these grocery stores to where nobody can come up in there. This is going to get out of hand. It's going to get out of hand.
Yeah, I mean, you got economists like, you know, and authors and multimillionaires and billionaires like Rich Dad Poor Dad. These people are predicting another economy crash, right? Like, so they're already telling people to go again and start stacking up all of your food, your non-perishables, your toiletries and different things like that. And that's what they predicting. I for one, me myself, since the first one, I was like, I'm not gonna get caught like that no more. Like, I'm going to stack up on mine. So literally I got like a 3-month supply of non-perishables. I got 3 months supply of my toiletries, you know, my cleaning products, just in case. It's better to listen, people. It's better to be caught with more than without none.
Yeah.
Right.
And you know what? I was thinking because when the protests and stuff started to happen, like with the George Floyd, there were other people coming from different cities doing the same thing, like breaking into the businesses, taking out things. Do you think that this is what this is? Like, do you think there's other cats from different cities that say, hey, you know what, let's go to this city, let's just do that? Do you think that's... I
don't think they travel to different cities. I think it's the people already in the cities in which they live, you know, because it's more of a risk to get caught crossing from one city to another, because they're gonna start like cracking down at these borders, right? Like where like you saying, like they're saying don't come in LA now. So you got to think people in close proximity of like Vegas, Arizona, where I'm at, you know, and other states that's close to LA, they're gonna start watching, you know, these borders like that, because they're going to be seeing if people are coming from across in other states to commit these crimes. Wow. But I actually think that it's a crime of opportunity, and the other states are copying what they seeing done. That's my personal opinion. I believe.
Wow.
But the question sometimes I think is like, why now? Why now this got to happen? You know.
Well, why now? One of the main reasons is because of the shortages of the police staff. You know, so if you have less police, they get distracted. Listen, they can make a phone call to the police station to distract, right, and say, "Hey, it's a robbery going on over here, or a bank robbery, or this and that." When they really across another town, committing the smash and grab.
Wow.
That's how smash and grabs I know used to happen back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh man.
They would call the police and say some big thing going on one side of the town while they could be on the other side committing, you know, a crime.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. And you know, a lot of these times, some of these people know these jewelry stores because they used to work there. Because the majority of these guys, rumors has it that a lot of these guys came up with $400,000. They came up with $200,000-$300,000. And you know, some of the times when the jewelry's be in front of the store, some of it's not worth that much. So how do you get these type of expensive jewelries? What they do is they go to the back desk where all the jewelries are at, really. But you got to have some type of safe code or something. The majority of people that's doing it is the ones that used to work there.
I see what you're saying.
Sometimes they do be inside jobs too.
Yeah. And I hate to say it, but it is the perfect opportunity for them to do that too. At the time like this, I hate to say it, but it's It's the truth. It's sad though. You know, now these people going out of business.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy what's going on. But I see another queen has joined the panel, so I'm gonna let you guys
Queen
go ahead
Dom.
and holler at her.
All right.
Hi. Okay, so I'm here, but I don't have no light in, so don't come for me in my video. Hi, thank you.
Good.
Patrice, nice to see you. Nice to meet you for the first time.
I know, nice to meet you too, the queendom.
Hey. I haven't watched a lot about the LA Purge stuff, but I've been listening a little bit to what you guys been saying, and I watched a short clip, and of course I've seen the Purge movies. Sorry, I don't want to like go off topic. What, like, are you guys on a question?
No. We're good. Like we have multiple topics, but for now we've been stuck on the Purge for a minute.
Yeah.
This is like a hot topic. I'm not gonna lie to you.
And this is a hot topic because the people out there should be scared. They should be scared, but also at the same time they should be prepared. They got to be prepared.
Yeah, and I would just say too, DJ Eddie, I would just say if you got family out in the LA area, call them, check on them, give them some advice to like stack up on stuff, stay in the house, and if they are licensed to carry, like they need to make sure that their safety and the safety of their families are okay, because eventually these crimes can start entering into the neighborhood.
I've actually already. Oh, go ahead, Queen.
Yeah, I do have an opinion on one of the things that I was watching, the question after the video of the police chief or whoever is speaking and calling it the Purge. It asked at the end, like, oh, what do you feel about him, like, saying, calling it the Purge? I think that when you put a label on something, a label that people already have been thinking, oh, I can't wait for a purge. They've seen the movie. People already have this in their head that they're waiting for this type of time. So when you throw that word out there, or something that in the media is so like big and people follow and people know and things like that, I think that you make it worse.
No, I don't. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, because this is why I think that you make it worse. Calling it the Purge is the reason why I clicked on it, right?
Yeah, that's the hype that the media does. You're right, Queen, about that.
Yeah, that's the reason why I looked at it. Now, if I'm a type of person who is a banger, or who is a stealer, or who is a, whatever, and I see that, oh, they turn LA into the Purge. That's going to make me want to come from wherever I am and maybe come down. Like, oh, they get
right, like I said, I never seen the movie The Purge. Is it a series? Is it one movie? Like I've heard of it, but like now I'm like when I'm gonna go check it out, because like what the hell is going on?
Well, yeah,
it's like 4 different movies or whatever of The Purge, but for me seeing it, it's kind of like I was nervous, especially seeing the one where they did it in the hood, and I was so nervous just watching it. Like, people are going to take this, and at some point they're gonna use it. And I think that the police chief throwing it out there, like, I get it, it's for people to watch, but you put in ideas into people's heads. Like, if you would have just said crime, you put in the LA Purge, you're putting an idea into someone's head that it may have already been back there, that now they're gonna just go crazy because they know now the police are low here, this is low here. Like, it's a better way to say it, to not like make it look like, oh, there's all this freedom to be robbing stuff in LA right now, so be safe.
Yeah, no. And you know what, you're right.
The stealers, you're bringing in the crime, like, you letting them know, hey.
Yeah, they hyping it up. The media definitely hype things up. So definitely, but not to be careful, right? Because we always got to do that. But yeah, media hype stuff up so much.
That's more like unsafe. You're making me have to be even more careful. Like, if it was just robbing and stuff, maybe I wouldn't have to worry so much. But now you're saying the LA Purge, and I'm like, oh, all right, now you made it. Now everybody's gonna start acting crazy.
Right, and the people out there that don't know what the Purge is basically you can do anything for free for 24 hours. You can murder, kill, rob, steal, whatever for 24 hours, and once that's done, you can't do it anymore. So that's what the movie's about. That's what it's about, and they're going to make a big announcement before you do it. You know that big old announcement that
the Purge started or something.
Right. Welcome to the Purge, to where you can kill or murder, steal. Basically, it's just like that, just without the announcement.
Well, you know,
Oh my goodness.
what's funny though, right? The moment the police officer, right, chief officer said that, look, don't go to LA or stay in your homes, okay? Because there's nothing we can do. That right there was the announcement.
From a chief. Remember, this chief policeman, right?
That's insane. Like that's
Hmm.
insane right there.
Yeah. If he got to come on and say that then it's getting it's getting out of hand. Now by him saying that, it's a popular word. Now everybody might be doing it now. Everybody might be
Hmm.
doing
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah, for sure. That's why I said I really think that these other states, and cities, big cities, are going to do copycats. They're
Yeah.
starting to do it. I'm telling you, and they're and the same thing. Chicago short staff, Detroit, Memphis, all these places are already short staffed. Police, Atlanta. Oh my God,
Yeah.
let's not leave Georgia out. Atlanta. I mean, it could get buck wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
It literally can get buck wild.
And I want to tell the people out there right now, don't try to be heroes or just stack up. If you licensed to carry, hey, just make sure you be protected. Okay, don't go out there being no hero. Okay, that's the most important thing I want to let y'all know.
And that's
Don't
the
be no
kid.
hero.
Save the kid. It doesn't matter. Risk your life to save the kid. I don't care.
Yeah, your family, your property, your home, anything that belongs personally to use. Somebody coming in trying to harm you and yours, you got every right within the
Hmm.
laws, in a state that carry and conceal, right?
Yeah.
Right.
To protect yourself. So you got to do what you got to do.
If you have
And
a
if you
weapon,
go
though,
on the
if
street,
you
save
have a
them.
weapon that can put somebody down, then you could go out and save the kid. But don't go out there if you got kids in the house and you ain't got no weapon. Don't go
Oh
out
yeah,
there,
no.
unarmed and try to be a
Yeah,
hero.
don't put your kids in danger.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
No, but I put
Absolutely.
myself in danger to save a little black kid.
any kid, it don't matter, any kid.
Yeah, any kid,
Yeah.
any kid, but
Any
most
kid.
people, even more for a little black kid because I'm black. Every race is like that. Let's not act like they don't. You gravitate. To
Okay,
who
well,
you-
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so I'm gonna save a little black kid. Like if I gotta pick and choose, like I'm sorry to say, but
And I would definitely say for women too, especially single women going out, if you have to like get gas, be aware of your surroundings.
Yes.
If you coming, from the grocery store and sometimes we get distracted. We carrying groceries or whatever, or pushing a cart. We putting groceries in our car. Our backs are turned. We not aware of what's going on. Just ladies, be careful. Be extra, extra careful. If you have a male friend or a relative in your family that can go with you when you run errands or when you're doing things or can do them for you, try to have that done, because listen, this stuff what they doing with women and children is crazy too. So you got to be careful out there.
Yeah, the thieves out there are making it seem like the women are the easier targets too. Also, so the women have to be more careful.
And that's why I always encourage women. Listen, I'm licensed to carry. I'm in an open carry state, right? In Arizona. Listen. I got two friends as a single woman. They call Smith and Wesson. Don't come for me, cause I don't come for me. That's all I'm saying. Don't come for me, cause the South Side of Chicago girl will come out. I ain't got no problem with bringing her out the closet. Don't come for me.
Right.
Not today.
Right. Right.
Bro,
M3, did you have something to say, or Queen?
No,
I'm enjoying this cup. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, to back her up, make sure you have your mace, your taser, like your little house on your keys, and like she said, I live in California. You licensed to carry, so make sure you got all that in your car, in your purse. When I open my door, when I get out of a corner store and I go to my car, even without all this happening, because I now moved from a safer place to a more unsafer place, but my apartment is cuter. So I moved, and I always have a mace in my hand. I don't care if I'm coming off the store and I'm going to my car. My mace is always in a way that as soon as I'm like, what?
But they don't usually go to the hood, though. They go to the streets. They go straight to the fabulous joints.
Right. And see, and that's the thing. Like I go to the malls. I go to the grocery stores, what I mean? But I'm being aware of my surroundings. A lot of time when I'm in comfortable attire, listen, I'm very old school, right? I got whistle around my neck. I wear the whistle because I'm still able to alert people, especially if I'm in a secluded area and I'm kind of boxed in between cars. Like I took the self-defense class. I definitely go to the range on a regular basis. Like I'm not playing out here because as a single woman, you have to be careful.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah,
I would tell any single woman, you know, especially in today's era
Even
with
if you're
all
not
the
single,
civil
I'm not
unrest,
single, but
and
they
even
work
if
so
you're
hard.
not, but especially if you're single and you go places a lot by yourself, kind of like I do, right?
Yeah.
And I used to be so afraid of guns, but now if you go to the classes of training, get to training, go to the range, that fear goes away. I think that was a lot of fear for women. It was learning how to shoot, just being afraid of guns because of everything psychological that, you know, reminds you of guns. It's violence and killing people. But when it comes to protecting yourself, I'm all for that all day, every day. I listen, not today.
Not today.
Yes, ma'am. Oh man. Oh, go ahead, M3. What was you gonna say?
No, I'm sorry, I was reading the comments, right? Because not today, the T-shirt, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we
You
need
know.
that. We need that T-shirt.
Yeah.
But listen, I just want to tell people out there, if you're gonna stock up now on some food, cans, whatever, because I really believe that this is coming. The just like she said, the National Guard, you're gonna have the Army veterans. They're gonna come in. They will come in the minute this get out of hand because they're gonna call it a cold red. So now they're gonna guard themselves in front of these grocery stores. You know, and when that happens, that's really gonna get out of control. You know, so
absolutely, because you know people tend to go crazy when they're afraid that, you know, and these different variants continues to keep mutating and you know and everything, like it could very well come to what it was when this pandemic first happened. It very well can shut down again.
Now you know. Now the other topic is what was the other topic? M3, was it during the purge, what do you bring to the table?
That's
there we go.
I know we forgot something.
There we
right?
go.
I got the perfect answer to that.
Yes, because I was going to ask down.
Right.
Wait, look, somebody, DJ Kid Eddie. Somebody might come. Well, I bring toiletries to the table. I bring my non-perishable.
Okay. So to the chat, tell us, what do you bring to the table? Go ahead, Dom.
I got to put my radio voice on. So
go ahead, Dom.
So Queen Dom, right?
Go ahead, Dom.
During the hectic purge, right? Maybe it might hit in San Francisco, hopefully. What do you bring to the table?
So I'm gonna first state off and make it real clear because y'all know how I feel. I'm pro-woman. As a woman, let me tell you what I bring to the table, okay?
That's a tip. Go ahead, Tim.
Woman who doesn't feel like, oh, I just know everything. I'm supposed to be the leader. I just got it all down packed. Like I know everything. I already knew it was coming. I already had the food stocked up. I already
you gonna tell me about that?
People right now stocked up. I got a box up there. My brother wouldn't got it, but I got a box up there. I got all that for you.
You got
okay?
a T-shirt stocked there.
To us, and we're stuck in a situation, and you like, how do we get out? All that intellectual, all of that multitasking that I do all day when I'm cooking and cleaning, and also trying to help my client, and also trying to do schoolwork at the same time.
Ooh.
Situation.
I know that's right, Queen. I know that's right.
Like you gotta ask what I bring to the table. The way I run that household is how I'm gonna run the purge.
Fact.
The way I make sure they got out of this house this morning to go home and study and dressed him like you gotta get out. You gotta go study for class. It's how I'm gonna handle the purge. Being a woman is what I bring to the table.
Woo!
A real woman. There's women out here, but being a real woman is what I bring.
Mic drop.
Boom. What I bring to the table is what I'm gonna bring with Dom. I'm gonna bring Dom with me to the table, so that's all I need.
I've been watching Criminal Minds. I've been watching NCIS. I've been watching Walking Dead. I've been watching all them shows, drinking my wine. I got all that information up here. I'm ready for the.
Oh, you was already prepared. Okay. Oh yeah, I like
Wait. Do you watch Lifetime too?
Oh, of course. I grew up on
yeah.
when they had the
Okay.
Lifetime movie network when I had to watch the commercials.
Isn't the Lifetime movie network? It's a Windows channel. I'm just asking.
The Lifetime movie network is a channel that's only Lifetime movies, like all day. Before
Okay.
Yep.
Shows and then movies and the shows. Like with my grandma, you have to wait for a certain time to watch a movie, but now they have just all movies all day.
Exactly.
Wow.
Shout out to the Atlanta Thrasher. Shout out to you.
Wow.
As they calls on the phone. I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay, Miss OG Patrice, tell me, during the purge, what do you bring to the table?
Man, look, I'm serious on this, right? I just said, because I've been single for a while now, so I've been holding it down on my own. So if a man asks me, what do I bring to the table? I'm seriously telling them, like, I'm bringing all that experience to the table, right? And I listen, you ain't gonna have some woman that's gonna be fretting, talking about, oh my God, what do we do? I'm so afraid now. I'm be like, baby, let's roll. I got your back, you got mine. Let's do this. We the A team up in this joint,
Right?
And he better come packing too. Real talk. That's okay. If we gotta survive out there, I got 3 months supply. We can survive. We can eat. We can drink. Got plenty of water. Look, I even got a generator if the power go out. I got us. I ain't playing.
Right, Patrice.
And make sure y'all get your generators too. Y'all gotta get your generators too.
Yeah, that's real talk. And the solar panel generators, because you set them out and let the sun, generate the power off of them.
Yes.
I watch Snap all the time. One day I will though. Let Babe play with me. I will snap. So you're right. You right, JP. Let him play with me one day in one of them shows. I know how to get away with it.
Ooh.
I'm like,
yeah.
Let him play with me one day. I might snap.
Right. And the Atlanta Thrasher, I got you. I know how to barricade a couch. Well, like, I know how to put the couch up against the door.
Yep. That's how you do it. Yes, they create a team. Y'all need a team too. Create a team. You gotta get a team. Because look, it's important because you don't want to do this by yourself. Because you don't want to be able to just with an AR-15 and you got like 6, 7, 8, 17 people outside with AR-15s and they tell you to come out the house.
Okay. No, but on the real Atlanta Thrasher though, generators are great backups in case the power will go out. Because look what happened in Dallas, Texas, when they had that freeze and everything, no power and all of that. People that had generators were able to survive. They were able to get water. They were able to cook. They were able to take showers and things like that. So generators are, man, I'm telling you, generators is what's up.
It's important.
Because who would have thought something like that would have happened in Dallas, Texas? Big as Dallas is?
Yeah. I heard about that too. Not just in Dallas, but I heard about it. Where did this happen, man? In other countries, in Tennessee. Where did this happen? Ohio. Yeah, this happened around the world, almost everywhere.
Well, y'all know Kentucky just had a major tornado. Over 80 people are confirmed, deleted, and they looking for the numbers to be well over into hundreds. Like literally, I'm telling y'all, I just watched the news before I logged on here when they were talking about the whole smash and grab. And then there is a tornado in Kentucky that just happened, over 80 people, and they're thinking the numbers are going to be well over 100, y'all. Now, is this not signs of the times? I don't know what it is. This is signs of the time.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear about that.
In Kentucky.
I didn't even hear about that. Over 80 people. Wow.
Oh, yes.
Wow. We need to do a story on that. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Real talk. This is crazy. It's signs of the times. I'm telling you.
Man,
it's so much that's going on. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, dang, man, it's crazy. This is a crazy discussion. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna get that deep.
I'm telling you. Listen to Eddie, y'all. make sure you get the generators. I'm talking about stack up right now. Stack up right
Yeah,
now.
you real. That's real, Eddie. Yeah, you real. I've been had mine for a while, but you could order generators on Amazon or they got those what do you call those stores that like have all of the like a what is it, like a Dick's Sporting Goods and something, you know, them generator company type of stores that have all that stuff. You know, you can order stuff from there too as well.
Fry's
Absolutely.
got generators too. You go to Fry's, y'all. They got generators there. You just got to ask the right person. They got them.
Right.
Yeah, they got them.
Loverboy Linsky. What's up, bro?
What's up, Loverboy Linsky?
Get support, man. Yeah, definitely get the mics up and subscribe.
Hey, water. Yes, Simon, you're right. Water. Definitely water. Definitely go out to get
Yes,
definitely.
water. Yes.
I have a suggestion for the people that are really hard on changing their food, because what you don't know about these little things is how hard the little things are. Like, oh snap, now I can only eat a can of beans. Like, people, it's so hard for them to do that. So let me tell you something. Do one vegetarian day a week. Do one vegetarian day a week, and you'll be ready for the purge.
Oh yeah.
Because you ain't getting many. If you have watched The Walking Dead, you're not getting many pigs and chickens and cows and goats.
No.
So have one vegetarian day
Exactly.
and then that way, when it happens, you'll be ready to be eating beans and rice. It'll taste like salmon to you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you have to get ready.
They'll easily get used to it. It's either that or starve.
Yeah. Okay.
And you only got two choices. You either gonna eat it or starve. What you gonna do?
Right.
What we gonna do here?
Some people actually
eat it, suck it up.
Yeah.
Now's not the time to be all bougie.
Right. Now check this out. What is it? Now, have you all noticed in your state when you go to the major grocery stores, do they have a limit on how many packages of water you can buy, like at a time? Like, we got a limit here in Arizona. Now, just to show you how bad it is, we can only buy 2 at a time in Arizona. So you have to go to one store and get 2, go to another store, get 2, or something like that if you want to do it in bulk. But other than that, the cases of water at like Walmarts and stuff, we only can get 2 per household, they saying.
Yeah.
Patrice, I have a water machine, so I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, they
machine, so it'll filter the water. Even if I put tap water in there, I think the filter will filter out certain things with the water. So that's another thing. Invest in things like that. Get you a water machine. You could tap water. You could fill it up. You could do whatever you need to do. Right, like rainwater, filter it out. Like, know how to do a filter, at-home filter. Have those little things that these people who live very simple lives in these very simple places.
Yeah.
Like, because all these people are already living lives of someone who's in a purge or a pandemic or whatever 24/7. So just watch a little TV, read the internet, find out about what they're doing in these other places. Follow the Amish because they ain't got no electricity, and just figure it out.
Yeah,
but bring to the table that knowledge.
And check this. So my former boss, before I left Nevada, her and her husband was having a house built in, from ground house built. And I went over there, they was almost done with it, and I checked it out. The house is so cold. Check this out. They have what do you call those safe rooms? They had one built into their home. Now they had the generator. They got the generators built into the homes, and they got a safe room. I went inside the safe room, y'all. They got the panic rooms. They got each one of the family members, and there's 4 of them in the household. Each one of them have burner phones in there. They got the security system built in there to immediately contact authorities in case of emergency with the cold. It's so cold. It was so cold.
They ready. They ready.
They ready. So even if they got like a break-in or something, they done already trained their kids on how to go into the safe room, and they got the burner phones in there. They got the non-perishable foods in there so they can eat and snack on in case they in there for a period of time. And they done already created a evacuation or a safety thing within their homes. And these are things that we need to really do, especially if you have children.
Yes.
Have some kind of safety exit strategy, and definitely have a code. Definitely have a secret code for your children, and even when they go to school. Because if a stranger walk up to them, or somebody try to come and kidnap them, or try to, have them wander off or anything, if that person don't know that code, and you tell that your child don't say that code to nobody, and have your child say to a person, if they don't know that code, you do not go with them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
First Lady Tammy needs to be here for that.
Up, y'all.
First Lady Tammy has that with her daughter, and she mentions it more than once. She's a part of the stream too. You like her, and she mentions like her and her daughter. They got a code word. Her daughter, I think, is probably like 7 or 8, but yeah, they have a code word, and she's like, make sure so that way she knows you picked me up. I was just telling Bay last night. This was more about my grandmother teaching me like I'm gonna at home before you get your ass whipped outside. But what I was telling Bay last night, teach your children at home.
Yes.
Teach your children at home, so when they're outside, they know what to do. But if you don't teach them at home, when they go outside, they're not gonna know. They're not gonna know to stay away from. They're not gonna know to stop bothering people before you get your ass whipped. They're not gonna know these things.
Exactly.
Teach them defense at home. Teach them how to defend themselves. Teach them little things like you don't gotta hug everybody to keep them safe. Just keep them safe. Teach them how to keep themselves safe, so that when they're out there, you don't really have to worry but so much, because you still have to worry as a parent. I'm not a parent, but I have siblings, and I feel like I'm a parent already. So, but you don't have to worry but so much if you teach them at home.
Yeah, and they just now started to have limits on how many people come into the grocery store now. They have limits now on how many water bottles you can get. They just started this though. They just started this.
I have a question to ask too.
Yeah, go ahead, M3.
Okay, so and it's funny, right? Because I know I might have to switch up on the title of this, right? Because I know we add like women and children, right? Let's talk about women and children along with the Purge, right? Okay. Now let's say, for instance, right? Okay, because I know we talking about missing children as well too, right? But let's change up real quick. You have your kids, but they're denying you from getting groceries, and part of the Purge, right, can be tied in, right, with the Vaseline. We can't say the other word, right? So we'll say the poison, right?
Yeah.
So because of the pandemic, right, how Atlanta Thatcher put it, there's only a certain limitations. Like you have to drink the poison in order for you to start going to these grocery stores. But now you have children that are starving because they won't allow you to go into the grocery stores to go grab food to feed your kids. And they put a restriction for you to make Amazon purchases where they could come into your doors.
Yeah.
If they come to your doors, they have to ask you, okay, did you take the poison, right? There's a monitor that tells you if you took the poison or not. If you did not take the poison, we cannot serve food to you.
And you can't say that you just took it. You can't say that you just took it. You have to show them some type of little white card to show them proof that you have taken.
Or electronic. Or in your Apple Wallet. I'm a caregiver. I take the flu vaccine and all that other stuff. Like, this is just another vaccine for me. I don't think about it that much. But
Yeah, but
drink whatever you want to drink, but I know I got it and I've been perfectly fine, and I just got it boosted. Everyone in my company has it, and it didn't really make a difference. Like,
yeah, but they want your children to take the poison too. They want your children to do that too. Otherwise, they can't come into these stores. It's gonna be like that everywhere. They're gonna try to make it mandatory.
They definitely going to they twisting your arm, basically is what they doing. They twisting our arm. They gonna make, okay, so you don't want, like I said, I'm in pretty much Arizona's very conservative. They ain't, a lot of jobs like where I work from home, but a lot of companies here, they don't mandate that. They don't mandate that you take it in order to work. They don't mandate even the mask here. So many people here that's just walking around freely here, to be honest with you. And so I have not had that issue yet, but it's coming, right? Because we all know that like you said, they're going to make it harder for us to do everyday normal things, like going to the grocery store, going to the doctor's office, going to the dentist, just everyday normal things. They're going to try to mandate it pretty much like they did the state of New York.
Yeah,
Right.
and they shut down. They shut down all the parks. They shut down all the parks out here. Like you can't even go to the parks. They shut that down.
That's crazy,
guys. In Sacramento, we're not like that. Like a lot of stores have like wear your mask, but then you go in and the workers don't even have on their mask. Everywhere is posted, but no one's enforcing it. I just went to a concert yesterday. You got to show your vaccination, or have a 2-day COVID test, right? Which is cool. I have clients, so my clients have health problems. So if they catch COVID, if they catch the flu, which is why I take the flu vaccine, then they'll be in danger. I might not. I know I'll be fine, but they might be, you know. But yeah, I went to the concert. But here at the clubs, there's no mandate to wear your mask. There's no nothing. Like
not yet.
It's
Not yet.
free.
Not yet.
Yeah, maybe not yet. But we've been pretty much free everywhere I go. Like I keep my mask on because, like I said, I have my clients and I'm around old people. Like I'm around kids.
Right. Yeah. Depends. Yeah. Definitely depends on your occupation.
Yeah,
And that's, you're right. Cause I just went to a concert last night and the people that didn't get the jab had to show proof of that you took the COVID test 72 hours before the concert, and you come with your paper saying that you're negative, then they let you in the concert. Other than that, the people that took the jab just bring their cards with them. That's it. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, real quick, right? Thank you, Lovable Lancy. He says, guys, please don't say Vex or the other word, right, in your live streams. YouTube will flag you. Just say jab or use the the alternative word of choice.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why I say jab. Yeah, I definitely say jab.
Yeah.
Or pandemic.
Yeah, pandemic. Yeah.
You know, if I say, you know, if I say that other word, I use C19, right? Like I had C19. I did in several months ago. So I just say C19.
Yeah, they don't even allow us to use that.
I'll tell you appropriate words that we can use, right? We could use the poison, you know. We could use the falsely antidote, okay?
The potion.
The potion, which is as known as the jab or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we can't say the numbers. We can't even say the COVs. We can't even say none of that because YouTube is very picky. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can say Rona, right? We can say Rona because they could think we talking about Corona.
Yeah, we can say Rona. Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we can say Rona.
Yeah, we can say the Corona beer. You know.
Yeah.
Like the Rona beer. Yeah, I had the Rona beer. I had the Rona beer.
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
but listen, we laughing, y'all, but just check this out. This really ain't no joke because I'm starting to really kind of feel like we're living under a dictatorship to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Like I really feel like America is becoming some type of dictatorship where they're literally trying to rule over a person's freedom to choose what they want to do with their body.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just kind of feel like it's starting to turn into that. Like they're literally trying to dictate to us what to do with our bodies, and it's our choice.
Yeah, and you know what? Because this is what they're going to do. When they're already telling us, like, listen, you don't want to take it, you don't have to. But pretty soon it's going to be like, okay, there's going to be soldiers at your door they're going to try to make you.
Exactly.
It's going to get to that point. It's going to get to that point in about a year, in a few years. So I just want people to wake up and say,
you're right, DJ Eddie, it's coming, no doubt. They slowly twisting our arm, and then you know how they're gonna put the arm behind the back and make it harder, all while they twisting that mud. Until the point was, okay, I can't even live like everyday life and survive without this.
Right.
That's why I say it's like a dictatorship. I feel like America, in a lot of ways, is becoming a dictatorship country, sort of like, trying to dictate to us like a communist party or something. Like, what the hell are we doing?
Right.
I feel like we're already in that, though, as Black people, though, right? Because they try to tell us, oh, because you're Black, you can't be too loud. Because you're Black, you can't be too this. Because you're Black, you can't be that. Like, we've already been living in a dictatorship because the color of my skin, I can't do certain things just because of the color. It's not about if it's wrong or if it's right. It's just, oh, you Black and you were loud, that's wrong. Oh, you Black and you yelling at your people in your office, that's wrong. Oh, you Black, and so I've been living in a dictatorship since I came out of, the uterus, the womb. I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna stop saying this.
I hear you, Don. I hear you. But this right here has got worse. This right here, This is all out work right now. This right here ain't got nothing to do with color right now. This right here ain't got nothing to do with it.
The jab, they pushing it more on us, right? Because more of our people died from it, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, and it was because more of our people are suffer with major underlying health conditions. You know, when you're talking about your diabetes, your high blood pressure, your heart disease, and other ailments, right? Like that runs rampant highly in the African American communities, and more of our people died than any other race of people. So they definitely pushing it on us more than any others, and they doing it with things that they know that Black people are attracted to through media, through song, through rap, through all of these different things. When you got people like your some of your favorite rappers, you know, marketing coming out with rap songs that, you know, the rhyme that's encouraging you to get it. I mean, then they want it. What they doing? They paying people now to do it, to get it. So.
Yes, I just want to make it clear. I just want to make it clear. Like I was talking about, as far as the smash and grab and robbery stuff, I was just saying like color don't matter because this other cast who's not even Black that's doing it. So I just wanted to make it clear. I was talking about that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Most of them that are doing it in these high end, like on Magnificent Mile in Chicago, they were of the Caucasian persuasion, right?
Yeah. The majority of them.
If you watch that video, you'll see all types of people that ain't brown running crowd. That's what I said when they used to talk about the riots and everything with the whole protest for George Floyd and all that. You look at those Target videos, you're seeing more than Black people. It's about, like Patrice said, it's about opportunity. Them actually like robbing stores and things like that. It was about opportunity. It wasn't about Black people being crazy and running around and doing stuff.
Well, I can't say
that. Oh yeah, it was definitely crimes of opportunity.
Everything that I do in my life is about my race, because everywhere I go, it's about my race no matter where I go.
But
but most places it's always going to be about race.
But I don't see that it was a lot of us out there doing it. I was saying it was more of the non-Black that was out there.
In this box, like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. We saw one Black person on the video, so all the Black people, you can't go into the stores now. Like we live in a big for no reason. Because we're brown, no matter what, even if there's no pandemic.
I also want to let the people out there to know, like, listen, we didn't start this Vaseline, okay? We didn't start the Rona, okay? We did not start that. It did not come from us. It did not come from Africa stuff. So I don't want people to start that rumor, okay? That's not where it did not come from us. I just wanted to make it clear. It did not come from us.
That's what they're saying?
Yeah, that's what they said. No,
I didn't either.
Yeah, that's what they said. That's exactly what they said.
You know, I thought it was understood that it came from China, from that big drug testing place out there in Wuhan. I thought that's where it originated out of.
That's what's supposed to. Yeah, that's what I got too. But it's like people who are non-Black are still going around saying that. I'm telling them that's not where it came from. It did not come from Africa. It did not come from us. This is what's going on. This is what they're saying. It's like I can go out the street right now. And I got my mask on. They'll see me and put their mask on. And I think,
well, you know, this new one.
Man, come on, man.
Right, this new mutation that supposedly, allegedly has come out of South Africa. You know, they have shut South Africa down. You literally can't even travel into Africa right now because they're saying this new one is it rhymes with Omarion, and I know he got to be mad because I know everybody calling that this new variant Omarion, so I know Omarion might be a little pissed right now.
Hey,
yo, you got that Omarion.
Hey, yo, tell me some of it. What's up, man? How you doing, man?
That's all I'm saying.
Hey, salute.
Tommy, salute. If that's the real Tommy Sotomayor, that's the real one.
You know, I posted like on the StreamYard right now. Like, you know, if you want, look, it's open for anybody, but anybody want to join on this conversation, right, about the Purge, definitely please join in.
Yeah.
Tommy Sotomayor, like, you know, if that's real you, hey, feel free to, like, you know, hop in. But other than that, salute to you, no matter what, and please subscribe to Knowledge Relationships on YouTube.
Salute the Queen, Anita. Thank you for joining the show. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you could. Yeah, man. And I just basically just let everybody know. Listen, just be prepared. Stack up. I'm talking about doing it now. You know, if you got a basement, stack up everything, put it in the basement. You know, if you got that type of money, go ahead and create yourself a panic room. You know, go ahead and create yourself a panic room, especially if you got kids too, to make your kids safe. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. But go ahead.
But you're right. But the close down, the shutting off now of going into Africa right now. That's another thing I was hearing on the news just before I logged in, but because that's where they saying Marion has come out of, basically, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, I was set to go to New York in November, but I ain't going. You know, I ain't going because I ain't, you know, I ain't take the jab and had no plans to do so. They literally gonna have to twist my damn arm all the way out his socket. You understand?
That's
before I do that.
Yeah, but
So,
South Africa, I didn't even hear about that.
Real talk. That's where they saying that Marion has come out of. It come out of that, and they've closed the borders to Africa. You cannot. They don't want you coming there now.
Wow, yeah. I didn't even hear about this. Like this.
And they saying it's more in children. Wait, what you say, Queen?
No, I was just saying, I didn't hear that either. My boyfriend is from Africa. Like, he moved here at 26, so every single day he speaks to someone back home. But he's from West Africa, and as I said, South Africa for me ain't brown enough, okay? So if it came from South Africa, it didn't come from the brown people in South Africa. That's all I'm going to say.
Tommy said where there is one case of Marion. Tommy said where there's one case of Marion in New York now.
Oh, wow.
I moved to New York today. I'm from New York. I didn't know that.
Oh, you from New York?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm from Harlem. I moved here 3 years ago.
He's from New York.
Oh, okay.
New York.
All right.
We're fabulous.
All right.
What's good, Big Bad Bull?
Big Bad Bull.
Big Bad Bull.
Big Bad Bull. So, appreciate it.
Shout out to Big Bad Bull.
You know, share. You know, I need to ask you guys for a favor, right? In a chat, please share this video to anybody, right, that you know that'll be watching this. I know we was gonna have like 3 different topics, but I mean this Purge stuff, right? Sorry, this Purge stuff, man. It is, man. It's a hot topic, man. You know, especially what's tied into the jabs and all that other stuff. So.
Yeah. Loverboy said I live in
right now.
Loverboy said I want to read this. Loverboy said I live in Jersey, right next to New York. They're very strict in New York with you wanting to eat at restaurants and going to entertainment outings. You need a V card to do those things. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
Oh yeah, they ain't playing in New York, yeah.
All that I don't see that on my Instagram. My Instagram is 95% New York City, which is why I don't post a lot or I don't have a lot of people watch the stream. It's 95% New York City. I don't see anybody acting like they're under a mandate at all.
They under a mandate. They've been under a mandate in New York for a minute.
Oh, well, they out there in the clubs and the bars.
You know what, Queen? Right around the time when the Cuomo stuff was happening. So maybe it got overshadowed by the Cuomo stuff. But it's been mandated for a minute.
Oh, they ain't listening. It's New York. So we don't never listen anyway.
Speak to Quantum Love.
You wouldn't think they were under a mandate what I see on my Instagram.
Right.
And I'm from all different races, not even just black people, because I have, you guys know me. I have friends from all different races, and nobody is in a mask, and they're all out at the clubs, at the bars, at the concerts, and none of them are in.
Listen, Queen, I told you, I'm in Arizona where it's going that, like, they ain't studying masks. And listen, and these folks out here thinking just because they got the jab, it's almost like they think they immune from still getting it. It's like, no. You still can get it. Just because you got the jabs don't mean you can't get it. My boss got the jabs and she just getting over it. So come on, but they walk around here so freely with no mask on, up and down in the stores, in the restaurants, in the theaters, like everywhere. So I'm just like, all right, I'm cool. I ain't getting the jab, but I'm aware of my mask. If they ask me if I'm going into a public or a private place and they say, they got the sign on the door, I'm gonna abide by the rules, to the sign on the door. But honestly, they don't press it. So even with the sign on the door, I can walk in a restaurant or in a theater and they don't say, please put your mask on. They don't say that to you here in Arizona.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Tommy
Go ahead.
says the conspiracy is that the Rona strains are secretly changing in your DNA for the human body to adapt to breathe in high level of carbon
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide.
Okay,
And DJ Eddie King, there's a lot of static in your end.
Okay, let me fix it.
Yeah.
You know, like the official saying they're tired of you talking about this.
Well, Tommy, like that's some crazy stuff. Now, now they are literally trying to change your DNA, like to adapt to breathe in more carbon dioxide. What do people delete themselves from when they go in their cars in the garage and turn the ignition on? Is carbon dioxide. That's poisoning. Like you got to be kidding me right there. Like that's crazy shit right there. Like
right.
Again, like I said, I feel like we are living in some type of communist America where they're trying to dictate to us and take our freedoms away of the choices that we want to make to do with our own bodies. Like, what the hell?
They want to They want to ban everyone from doing everything with their bodies. I hear you, Patrice. Honestly, I feel like it's a lot of people I think that are going to wake up, because there's so many bans going on that have to do with women's bodies that a lot of people, especially women, are like, oh, I'm down for that. Like, ban it. But then you want to be mad that someone's making you take a COVID test. But you want to tell other people that they gotta do stuff. I don't like, not you, Patrice, but it's just something that I want to put out there.
Right.
Like, all people that are here saying, oh, ban this, ban that has to do with my personal body or another woman's personal body or anybody's personal body, go take your vaccine and don't complain about it. I don't want to hear it anymore. If you are believing take your vaccine and don't complain about it.
Can you hear me good?
Yeah, you're very good.
Okay, also, to Loverboy Linsky about the whole New York thing, trust you, cool, but is it New York State or New York City? Which borough are you talking about? Because I'm talking about 5 boroughs. It's New York State and New York City are 2 different things to me. But I trust you. I mean, I hear you. And
what you talking about, the mandates, Queen? It's for the whole state of New York. For the whole state.
Right, for the whole state.
They will deny you. Basically, they will deny you. What I'm saying is there may be a mandate, but nobody's following it. And they're not enforcing it as hard as the mandate is. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying there's no mandate. I'm saying it ain't being enforced that well in every single place, because I've seen different races, some downtown, some uptown, some in the hood, some not in the hood, in places where most of the people don't have on masks and they're not actively eating and they're not actively drinking or doing any of that. So yeah, if there's a mandate, hey, I trust you on that one. Is everybody following it? Are they fully enforcing it?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Oh yeah, you're right. For sure. They're not following them.
Yeah, and hello, Miss Married. Hi, friends. And hi, Big Bad Bull. Thanks for the shout out. He's trying us all out.
Okay, shout out to Big Bad Bull.
You said, well, if you think about it, how all of a sudden companies are investing to go into space, and all of the people who are training have to take the jab shot.
Yeah.
I want to go into space.
Wow.
That's a good question that we need to talk about, because you know why? People like Elon Musk is investing billions of dollars to try to reach up to the moon. But what's up there in the moon? You know, unless it's something that we don't know about. Jeff Bezos, okay? Remember, like, he invested how many billions into his rocket ship to go up there in space for a little while? So, look, some of these wealthy people.
And if I'm not mistaken, too, if I'm not mistaken, haven't Richard Branson been up there already? Mm-hmm. The guy that owns the Virgin airline, the Virgin Records, Virgin, and now he just bought what used to be Planet. What is it called? One of the casinos in Vegas. Richard Branson. Anyway, I think he already been, and I think he planned on going back again with Bezos and them. But yeah, what's old boy with Microsoft? The one that him and his wife just got a divorce.
Bill Gates. And Melania Gates.
Yeah,
right?
Bill Gates.
Yeah, somebody joined the live.
Yeah, that is. I'm sorry. Hold on for 1 second, guys.
Real quick.
Can
you hear
my
me?
brother?
Yeah, we can
hear you. Mm-hmm.
What's her name again? At the top right corner.
Dom.
In the middle.
Oh, in the middle.
Yeah, Queen Dawn.
Queen Dawn, yeah.
Dom, they're not gonna let you in. Like if you want to sit down and eat, if you want to go to MSG, if you want to get a cupcake, right, and you want to sit down, you need a card. Period. They don't care what it is. Like they very strict. They want a card and they want to see ID.
Yeah, Dom, you're not out there right now, Dom. He probably out there.
And I know this because I know this because I'm a personal driver, and I got clients who go do this stuff. They eat out, they go to movies or whatever, and they get they tell them like you need a card. If you don't have a card, then if you want to walk around and not have a mask on, that's different. They're not that strict on that, but in regards to entertainment, they're shutting you down.
Right.
Period.
Right. When it comes to right. You talking about NYC, right? You talking about NYC?
All of New York, everywhere.
Yeah.
Harlem.
So when it comes to MSG, I totally agree with you because I just went to the Golden One Center, and like I said, in the clubs you don't have to keep your mask on or any of that when you're close like this. But and when we went to Golden One Center, I had to show my vaccination card. As far as MSG, all that stuff, yeah. I'm talking about the everyday, like the regular bars on the street, the regular stuff. I'm not talking about
you need a card. No. You need a card.
Well, I know people that's not vaccinated and they have been out and they're in bars.
Jab. You're not out there. You're not out there.
They're not jabs. Sorry, I keep forgetting. They're not jabs, and they're definitely 100%. Like I could probably pull up somebody's Instagram right now, and they're definitely outside, and they're not vaccinated.
The bar, right? Check this out. The bar, right? They could lose their license for that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're not taking it that serious. I'm not saying it's not a mandate. What I'm saying is everyone's not enforcing it. So I said that kind of already, but they're not enforcing it as much as like you feel it. Like when we first went under, they're not like, oh, you can't come in. Oh, you got to get out because you took your mask off. That's what I'm saying. They're not like really enforcing it because I see people all over my Instagram that I know are not vaccinated, just chilling, without their mask. So is it a mandate? Probably. I don't know.
There's a mandate. There's a mandate.
Enforcing it everywhere? Definitely not at all. That was where I was coming from. And you didn't came out for the Dom show, so I got me and you got something. I'm mad.
Even M3 knows I don't came up. M3 knows I don't came up.
You ain't talked to Luann, but you want to come and read me on my hometown, okay?
Oh man.
But look, he out there.
Don't get all emotional now, Dom. All right, you say that for the next show.
Yes, exactly.
Now I knew it was like that in NYC because, like I told you, I had tickets to go out there to check out some Broadway, and I had already purchased everything. And when they ask you them questions on their website about it, if you hadn't taken the jab, they don't even want you to like here. I just went to the concert, and long as I took the test that shows I was negative within 72 hours of the concert, I was good as long as I could provide that. New York, they don't even want no paper saying, hey, I got tested 72 hours before attending this affair.
Nope,
they know it's either the card or nothing.
Yep.
Wow.
So they refunded me my money for my tickets. I had to get refund for my air, like all of that, my plane, my airfare, all of that. Like that's how serious it was to go on Broadway to check out some theater in New York City. I had to cancel the whole event. Like I had to cancel my whole trip.
Wow.
Yeah, those are places that if you go to those are definitely not the places I was mentioning, because those are the places that like Linsky said, those bars can lose their licenses, but no one's really checking up on a lot of these places that I'm talking about. Even some of the places downtown, the little places where you go into the pizza shop. Listen, I know bars. You go to the pizza shop and they move the wall back, and it's a bar and it's a club behind it, and nobody knows. So it's like these little places. I've been to a place where it's still open now. They open the gate from the floor, and you go down, and you would have never known there was anything down there. So it's like I get what you're saying. Madison Square Garden, Broadway, all that definitely. I 100% am not saying you're wrong about that, but not everyone is mandating it and enforcing.
But they will. They will bring down the law on these restaurants and other stores and the little stuff. They'll start doing it. They just ain't did everybody yet. They ain't did everybody yet.
I know for a fact people are out there and not every place is making it super strict. Madison Square Garden, I've been there. I just they're not going to play with you. Madison Square Garden is not going to play with you. That's the truth. They're not going to play with you.
Well, not everybody, because everybody don't know yet. Everybody don't know yet until they get that piece of paper in the mail. They gonna know. They gonna know. The minute they
I don't see how everybody don't know. I don't see how everybody don't know though. The way the media hyped it up about New York, the whole mandate thing. I don't understand how they don't know, because I mean, it was all on the social media. It was all in the big news.
And you know what? That's the thing, OG. They don't watch the news. A lot of people don't watch TV, so they don't even know. They just get too into their business that they're not even really thinking about what's going on out there in the world. So, but they gonna get that piece of paper to the mail and say, "Hey, you got to do this, or we could do this. We can close this down." But they can close and shut down your business. They can do that if you don't have these. If you don't do what they say, really, if you can't get people to come in, if you can't get people to put their mask on or check on the V card and all that stuff, we gonna shut down your business.
Yeah.
We don't care if you've been working for 30 to 40 years.
It's harder to do that.
Listen, it's not hard for them. It's not hard for them. It's not hard for them, especially if it's a black business. You know, they gonna shut it down quick.
Oh, we can be anywhere and be a black business.
They gonna shut it down.
Linsky, you in NYC right now, Linsky?
No,
you out there now? Oh, okay, you in Jersey. Oh, well, you close.
Oh, yeah,
I'm like 45 minutes away.
Yeah, that's not far at all. That's not far at all.
Yeah. I'm about to log off, y'all. I'm about to do my run, but I'm gonna listen to y'all when I'm running in the and I'm gonna listen to y'all in the chat because I'm about to do my run.
Okay.
Thank you,
thanks for joining the show, man.
God bless you. All right.
Yeah.
God bless you
too.
All right, peace.
Wow. Yeah. That's crazy. But with the whole Cali thing, though, I wouldn't be surprised if like you saying, was that the chief of police that was on the news talking about advising them not to come to?
Yeah. That was the chief of police. Yep. And you can see the stress on his face. You can see it. You know, he said it's sad to say, but we can't protect you.
Now, you know what? I agree with what Tommy is saying. They do. They want to control your movement. Listen. I really believe. I'm telling you, it's a dictatorship that America is starting to become. I really feel like that. I'm telling y'all, like they want to control everything. I mean, look at what's going on even on social media, right? I could listen. I went to a concert here in Arizona just last night, and I swear to God, all on my streams and shit, where I was is coming up, like literally tracking through my phone.
Wow.
Popping up asking me, how did I enjoy the concert at such and such and such? Like, what the hell? Y'all even knew I was there.
Right.
What?
Right.
Like what's that?
Right. Like millions of people there. How did y'all know?
Like where we do this at?
And you know, I was just gonna ask Dom, because you said you went to a concert. So are you saying that they just started doing that at the concerts?
I don't know. I haven't been to a concert all COVID, but I went to Golden One Center, and I already knew.
No, it's not. It's phobic. Yeah.
Okay.
Or
with places like the Golden One. Okay, so in Sacramento, like I said, everyone's doing whatever, right? But places like the Golden One Center, which is just like Madison Square Garden in New York City, of course, if you catch COVID and no one has on their mask and no one was this, that, they could be sued. That's going to be heavy on them. The regular little bars and restaurants and stuff, a lot of them, no one's coming to really check. No one's coming to really care, especially in a big city or even in Sacramento. No one's really checking these little small places. They got the sign up there, but people are not walking around like, oh, is everyone in mask? Is everyone in mask? But when we went to the Golden One Center, definitely, it's the Golden One Center. You're not getting in without a COVID test.
Well, then, obviously, it wasn't a mandate or anything in Texas, because with that whole Travis Scott thing, look how many people was out there at his concert, 50,000.
Or more. Enforcing it, like as hard as people are taking it, like, oh, I can't do nothing. I can't do nothing because of my clients, and definitely I had on my mask, the whole concert, unless I was recording myself. We had out seats, everything, so I could make sure that we could be out, in and out. I didn't even sit in the front because I wanted us to be able to be out before the crowd came in. We even came in late to make sure we weren't with the crowd. We came in after the show started. So yeah, like I'm definitely safe because of the people that I'm around. But it's like they enforce it. But like they don't want to all day be like, wear your mask, wear your mask, wear your. But in places like the Golden One, Madison Square Garden, you go to those places, you be prepared to show something. Be prepared to say that you got something going on, because those are.
Hey, listen, Tommy, Mr. Sotomayor, you absolutely right. There is a lot of people that's regretting they vote now because, and listen, Listen, trying to don't get me started on that one. Don't get me started on that one because I think a lot of our people realize they made a serious boo-boo voting for Biden. Like real talk on that.
Let's talk about it. No. We're gonna talk about that because people need to learn from them.
Y'all sure y'all ready to go down this rabbit hole? Because y'all about listen. I'm getting ready to make our black people that voted for Biden. I'm getting ready to make them listen. Y'all ready to go down this rabbit hole?
Wait, hold on. What's
that? If anyone's answer is going to be in support of Trump, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna get off. So
no, not necessarily in support of Trump, but just in support of Biden. Period. Like. Okay. I'm not saying that. Listen, because I didn't vote for president. I didn't vote for president. I voted all my local stuff. I didn't like either candidate. I'm going to tell you real talk. So I voted for everything except the president. Now, I believe in voting to change laws and different things in your local community. But honestly,
let's not go down that road, y'all. Let's not go down
that road. Y'all know I told y'all know I talked about
this. These are open topics, okay? Like, no, we need to go there because see, black people need to start waking up, man. Y'all keep making these bad choices, right? And look, on the record, I don't care about.
I don't know. I just want to say this. I was raised in a household Democrat my whole life, and that's you tend to sway the way you were raised. Like I was raised in a Baptist church and all that, like right. So let's just be real about it now. When I start to realize that the Democratic Party has never done nothing for our people on a grand scale, has never passed any law. Like look, y'all, how long have we been waiting on the Emmett Till law to get passed? Let's be real. I think black people really need to wake up and pay attention. Why should we listen? Why? And this is the thing that gets me because black people always want to say, well, it's the two of the lesser evils. Okay, so let's talk about that two of the lesser evils, right? So if you feel for sure, I know for sure that Biden is a racist. Based off of the things that he said and did and the laws he passed when he was senator in Vermont. So let us be real about that. Let's take a look at the laws he helped pass along with the Clintons and Kamala Harris regarding black men and the prison system and things of that nature, and talking about how he don't want his children to go to school with people that look like us. But we don't want to go down these rabbit holes.
I remember
you understand what I'm saying? Okay, so now you take the opposing Trump, right? Who people believe is a outright landish racist as well, right? But he was a man that said, okay, I'll talk to Ice Cube. I'll sit down and talk to him about a $500 billion Black Platinum plan that I will put in place before I leave office, as long as I can get black votes. But we didn't want to hear that because we was too much in our feelings as a people, because we listened to a man that told us, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. You dangling the carrot, dangling the shiny object. We've been going down this rabbit hole with Democratic Party forever. And what have they ever done? We still trying to get Emmett Till laws passed, guys, and that ain't come to pass. But then he can come right in within 100 days of him being in office and give the Asians, the LGBTQ, AI plus community what they want.
But black people are LGBTQ. I'm LGBTQ. So
no. Listen, we're not gonna say the word. We're not gonna do that. Let's keep it.
Thank you for that.
I'm being respectful, but that is the community, right?
Yeah. I'm just telling everybody.
Black people, and black people in that community literally are even treated even worse from being a part of that community. So for me, that helped me not only as a gay person, but also a little bit as a black person, because black people get the most backlash about being gay. We go through it the worst. We get beat up the worst about being gay. So thank you, because when you pass something for gay people, you give a bunch of black people that don't.
I get that, but I'm saying you black before you anything, because I can't look at you, Queen. Exactly. I can't look at you, Queen, and say I know you gay, but I can look at you and say I know you black.
Right. And it's the thing, though. Listen, hold on, Queen. Wait. Hold let me just say this. Listen. Now, I wanted to speak on this. I'll say I call it the community. I'll just say the community. The community or whatever, they'll go inside of these restaurants or these McDonald's or any other type of company job. They'll go in there and they'll sign an application that says, "Are you this? Are you black? This and that and the third." But they put either because the word trans is in there, the word others is in there. They'll go and put that. They don't go in there. No, I'm just saying on the application. This is what it says on the application. When you get an application, this is what it say. But they put others. They don't acknowledge themselves as being black. They don't acknowledge themselves being white. They don't say that that's what they is. I've heard a lot of cats that do swing that way. That say, "Hey, listen, I'm not black. I'm this. I'm with this community." I've heard them say that. I'm just saying. I'm not saying all of them, but
listen,
y'all
what I'm saying
within y'all circle and talk to y'all circle.
What I'm saying too, Queen. What I'm saying is, I ain't mad at either one of them. You know why? I'm not mad at that community. I'm not even mad at the Asian community because listen, I worked on the Obama campaign, right? When I found out that someone of the black persuasion was going to run for president history, right? So when I was living in the state of Nevada, I literally worked that campaign in Nevada, right? So I wanted to experience that a part of history, and that was my experience. And I'm glad I got that experience. I understand it, but on the same token, Obama disappointed me. You understand? Because he was there for two terms and he did absolutely nothing for the black community. He turned down reparations. He denied everything. We didn't even get the Emmett Till law passed when he was in office. But we get mad at people like Ice Cube that wanted to sit in the room with Trump, even though no matter how you feel about Trump, if you take your feelings out of it, he was willing to do something before he left office for us. Nobody has ever said they would pass or put into play a $500 billion Black Platinum plan for the Black community, regardless of how he said or what people think he feel about us. You know what? You know what he said about those people on the border and the Latino and Asian Hispanic community? But you know what he did? He signed a multi-million-dollar law into pass giving them funds before he left office. I think we are not paying attention to the policies. We get in our feelings too much as a people, and that has gotten us nowhere. So I ain't mad at that community or the other community. I'm not mad at either one of the communities that got what they wanted out of Biden. You know why? Because I realize more than ever you have to buy politicians.
Right.
You can't. Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm going to say this. Wait, Dom. Hold on. Give me about one minute, okay? And I'll get back to you, right? I will say this, right? To give you an overall background when it comes to the presidents, right? Like I said, I honestly at this point I care for no president at all. Period. No politician, no president, no vice president. Our country's already screwed up. Wait, hold on. Basically, it's like this. Okay, our presidents, right? Our so-called leaders are nothing more than the face of the brand. Okay, the organization controls whatever the president does, basically. Because remember, the president himself is getting a paycheck.
Right.
So the people who are supplying him are also dictating how things should be ran.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to say no one's perfect, but what I will say is that maybe before getting into the office, you may have something in mind that you really want to do. That you really want to do for the people. But once you get into the office, there are limitations. And I want people to understand that the president does not have 100% control over the country.
No,
I'm just being fair.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But when you have the power to sign things and get things passed before you leave office, Obama had those opportunities. I know for a fact. I worked within his campaign, and he did not do it. To even not want to discuss or talk about the whole reparations bill, because I'm also ADOS, right? Like I'm also a part of ADOS, right? So as a part of ADOS, and we're still trying to get that bill to go to Congress. We're still literally, like, I am a part of Tone Talks and Yvette Carnell I'm ADOS Nevada, right? Like I work closely with ADOS in regards to try to get the bill passed for reparations to go to Congress for the things that we feel that this country owes us as African American descendants of slavery, right? And that's a whole nother rabbit hole too to go down, because this is the thing about that kills me about our community. And I love my community. I love my people. But when we try to have these fights to get things passed for people like us, we get the biggest pushback from people that look like us. And that's the whole problem. It's the problem we fighting with reparations. It's the problem we're fighting with this whole debate about the vote. I'm not trying to tell people how to vote or what to vote. Like I said, I did not vote for either party. I believe in voting locally to get things passed within your community is just as important, if not more, than the president of the United States. But I say to you, Black people, if you got two races and you are talking about two of the lesser evil, would you rather vote for a racist that's going to absolutely give you nothing, or a racist that's going to give you a loaf of bread? I'm just asking us to be critical thinkers. I'm just asking us to be critical thinkers here.
I don't want neither one. I don't want neither one. Now, I don't do the two of the lesser evils. Both are wrong. I don't want either one. I didn't vote. But Patrice, I want to ask you a question. But before I ask you a question, I just want to answer Queen Nita real quick. I do not run when it comes to something that I do not want to hear. What I do know about myself is self-awareness. And that's something I was taught as I grew up. When you're in certain situations, if you feel like you cannot properly handle what you're going to say, or you're going to come from a place of emotion, then maybe step back, maybe think about it before you go ahead and respond. So that's where I came from when I said, if anyone's going to support Trump, because Trump to me is as a woman, not as a Black woman, but as a woman. So I would have came from a place of emotion and anger, and we're having a conversation of facts.
Right. Yeah. No, we having a healthy dialogue here. We having a healthy dialogue.
Healthy dialogue. Coming off crazy. So if I know that, then I'm gonna step back. It's not about running. But see, this is where I'm at with it. Queen, much respect and love, right? This is where I'm at with it. We could debate, we can agree to disagree.
Peace to True Media.
Wait, guys, hold on for
You know what I mean? I'm just saying that I wanted to all be with respect. It's good to have healthy debates.
So if I feel like I might get to a certain point, then of course, why not step back and let you guys have a healthy conversation?
Hold on. I want to say peace to Truth Media Globe. Peace to you.
Yeah.
You know,
I need you to come in real quick, Miss Truth, right? That's
Truth Media Globe.
Yeah.
Peace to you, man. Peace to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and peace to those in the chat too. Peace to you too, Tommy. I see you over there. But yeah, I see what you're talking about, Queen. I definitely see.
Yeah, so it's not about running. You know how I can get you guys. So sometimes it's about self-awareness. And my grandmother told me that it's kind of like if you don't have nothing nice to say, then don't say nothing at all. In some situations, I will just not be nice.
Well, listen.
If I respect you guys, I don't want to get into a certain mode. Sometimes you don't have certain conversations with certain people because you respect them and you don't want to get to a certain place.
Oh, absolutely. Now we all good, Queen. I got respect. It's all love up here.
This not gonna be like
I love your honesty. I love your truth. It wasn't towards you. It was towards that comment. And I don't like when people say, "Oh, someone's running," because they want to be self-aware of who they are. So it wasn't
somebody said that in the comments.
Yeah, it's a comment. It's not you. Me and you, we good.
Everybody has an opinion. People in the chat, they're gonna have opinions. That's just what it is.
And it's not a bad opinion.
And it's up to you the way how you want to deal with it. You know what I mean? But if you're gonna deal with it, hold on, wait. If you're gonna deal with it professionally. Okay, because you got some people out there they're gonna say their opinion, and sometimes that's not just what it is. You gotta have that energy. You got to come at these folks more professionally. You know what I mean? You have to.
And Queen, it's okay, Queen. Listen, it's okay to get emotional, right? Because that's like a real thing. We all human beings. We all get emotional, right? But I will say to you, because we all know sometimes how the chat can be. They can come at you like that. So it's okay to get in your feelings. It's okay to have passion about your beliefs and different things, but we can have a healthy debate. And that's why I choose whenever I'm up here on panels, for the most part, I don't look at the chat, right? Because if I just want to be able to articulate what I'm saying to my people, and I want my people to wake up and be more critical thinkers. I don't tell nobody how to choose, what to choose. I just give opinions, and I just try to give open observations of things that I know that I saw firsthand working Obama's administration, and my experience for the first time in my life of me ever being a part of the political realm and what I saw. And I know that this is how things work, is that they buy politicians to get the laws and the things passed for what they want to do. And we as a community, we don't do that. We just go with the dangling of the carrot in front of our face, the promises, the empty promises that never come to pass for our people, that has gotten us nowhere. That's the only thing I'm saying. I'm just saying we can be critical thinkers to think beyond the pendulum of this. Right. Like, think how all my life I have been a Democrat. I was raised because my parents, like I was raised in the Baptist church, all of that, right? But like I started to research and do things and become a part of things where I can be on the inside to really see how things work. And that experiences has gotten me to learn that this is how politics work. And the only way the Black community is going to ever get anything, we got to get behind that politician with our money and with our agenda for the things that we want in order to get the things that we want to come to pass within our communities and as a whole. We should not have to be a community that have been waiting on the Emmett Till bill to be passed for over 10 to 15 years. That's ridiculous. Yeah. Why is it so hard for us to get things passed to benefit our community when somebody else can come in from a drop of the hat, pay a politician and get theirs?
Because they don't like us. Right? Okay, let me say this. Let me say this real quick, right?
Am I freezing?
No, you're not freezing off. First and foremost, right? Okay, Truth Media, right? I posted the live stream link because I know you are a Los Angeles resident, so that would be good if you could come up on the live stream to talk about what's going on, because the media has put it out there that there's a purge in LA. And since you are in LA and hopefully you're safe, seem like you are, please come up there, right, to give us a clarification and let us know what's going on, right? Second, right, which is, let's see, how's your spirit? I'm sorry,
Dom. I just want to say, Dom, like I've been through it. I just hold on, Dom. Let me just say something. I just want to say I've been there. I've been back and forth with this chat and stuff, but I just I had to because I had got into it with Doug. Me and Doug got into it, but I had to challenge myself to go to another stream, which there were other people that was worse than Doug. So I had to challenge myself and study the people in the chat. To not let them get to me. So sometimes you got to challenge yourself to do that. Of course, it's going to be emotional times. That's what it's going to be. But you have to be more professional. All of us, like, you just have to be more professional.
Wait, Dom. Just listen.
I'm sorry. I do have to stop you when that's not what I'm saying, because I'm listening to something that has nothing to do with what I'm saying.
No. I ain't talking about you and Queen. Queen Nita. I'm just saying in general. Sometimes
I don't care about the chat at all.
No,
it's a narrative that's put on a lot of people. So since we're on a live stream and she said that, it's a narrative that I've seen happen a lot of times. So now I'm like, I'm on a live stream. She said something about running. Let me go ahead and address it. The emotional part I was talking about was about Trump. And it's not about getting emotional. It's okay to get emotional. But if you have, when I get certain things, I don't have an answer for. I don't have a combat for. I don't have a debate for. So if I don't have a debate and we're on a live stream and we're going back and saying our points, then why am I on? If I know I get emotional and I don't really have anything concrete to say, then why am I on here to say nothing? That's
Queen, your opinion and your emotions are valid, and it's okay.
Opinion is just he sucks, and I don't have nothing else to say about that, and that's all. That's why it's nothing else for me to say. That's what I mean. I know what my answer is going to be, and my answer is going to be he sucks. And I've been this for 4 years. For 4 years, Patrice, you hear what I'm saying now? All I'm saying is he sucks. That's what I'm saying. And every time someone says something, I'm gonna be like, nope. so I'm gonna be petty. So let me just get off. But
wait, Queen. But at least you admitted to pettiness. At least you admitted.
I'm self-aware, and if self-aware means I gotta jump off, then self-aware means I gotta jump off. Like I said, I'm gonna stop saying the V word. Look, I said it. But Patrice, I want to ask you a question because I do not care about what is happening right now. Patrice, you mentioned I love what you're saying, and you mentioned a lot about the Democratic Party not doing anything first, right? For me, I voted before. I know there's like separate parties besides Democrat and Republican. I've actually clicked one of those just because. But when it comes to Democrats and Republicans, you mentioned what Democrats didn't do for us, and I hear that all the time. I hear it all the time, which is why I don't vote. I didn't vote for. I mean, I voted for Obama, but I didn't vote for Trump. I didn't vote for Biden. I didn't do any of that. They both suck. But
people get the mics up
more than the other. But what I want to ask you is, what have the Republicans done for us? Because if you say the Democrats have done nothing, and why are we still voting for them?
Hanifa.
Then I would love to know what.
Hanifa, sorry, Dom. I just want to say peace to Hanifa.
Dom, I think she's froze.
My thing keeps freezing. Did you guys hear that last part?
No, the last part you froze. I didn't hear you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so if I'm cutting people off, it's not because I'm cutting you off. Sometimes I think the stream has stopped. I think I'm freezing. So I think everyone stopped talking and then I go to talk. Yeah. No, what I was saying was when you mentioned what the Democratic Party hasn't done for us, the only other option is the Republican Party. I always hear what the Democratic Party hasn't done, but have yet to hear someone say what the Republican Party has done or what they will do and why we should switch from Democrat to Republican. So that's the question I want to ask you.
Right.
Why should we switch?
I'll let answer that question.
What's that?
I
didn't mean to call you on the. I'm sorry, Miss
Miss OG Patricia. That's her name. Go ahead,
Patrice. OG Patrice. Oh yeah. Okay. So when I did my research and study on the Republican Party, I realized that even back during the time of coming out of the Jim Crow era, when the blacks start to arise and have their own land, have their own businesses like your Tulsas and things like that, our black people were Republican, baby. I don't know if you know that, Queen. We were Republican. Blacks were Republican.
Yes, they were.
You have more knowledge than me, so I want to hear.
Yeah. Okay, so listen and check this. And the people that destroyed the majority of the black Republicans, Black Wall Streets, were Democrats. The Democratic Party came. There were a lot of those KKK people that destroyed Tulsa, that destroyed Rosewood. They were Democrats. So I don't know exactly where the pendulums flipped from that for our people, but I truly believe that we were bamboozled as a people to flipping the script of which Democratic Party that we once were and came to. I don't know how that came about per se, but I do know when I was doing my study and research on Tulsa, on Rosewood, and other places in North Carolina, there was another incident like the Tulsa, where all these black communities and businesses were destroyed by Democratic people that were in the KKK, and the blacks then were Republicans. So now let's move the pendulum. It was things that we didn't like from both sides of our parties, from your Reagan era, your Ford eras, your Nixon eras, your Carter, like all those eras, right? But if you're born and raised into something, that's all you know. You're not responsible for being a child and born and raised into something that you don't know, right? Which is me. I was that way. Democrat, Baptist church, the whole thing. But when I start to see and look as far as our community, what benefits have the Democratic Party served us is very, very minimum to none. When it comes to the bills, when it comes to healthcare, taxes, things that affects our communities from a grander scale, all the things they took out of the schools, they were destroyed by the Democratic Party. The Democrats, people that I have been voting for all my life. And when I'm hearing some of my white counterpart friends tell me, you really need to look into your history about black people in the Republican Party. I said, wow. Yes, white people told me that.
Can I ask you a follow-up question if you don't mind?
Well, hold on.
Wait, hold on. Before any follow-up questions, right? Before any follow-up questions, we do have a LA resident, right? Shout out to Truth Media for jumping on the live stream.
Shout out to Truth Media.
I need to get to her next, right? Because I want to know her thoughts of what's going on in her city right now, and to confirm if it is true or if it is false according to the media. The media do like to kind of add a little bit more into it, so we just want to make sure. Okay, True Media. Truth Media. Good afternoon, sis. How are you doing?
Blessings, peace, and grand risings, everybody. I'm just coming out of the nap, so this is all,
How you doing?
Down right now.
I just want to say, hey, thank you for joining the live stream. Like, you coming to live stream right now, it's an added bonus to our live topics, because it's nothing more important than, while we're talking about someone's city, have someone that is from the city to represent and tell us what's really going on.
Okay. So just a couple things first, just so that everybody can have an idea as to who I am. I am a community activist. I'm in the Crenshaw district, and that is where my activism is. That's one. So I'm in the streets, not just I'm about that life, not just talking about that life. One. Mm-hmm. Two. I did study and graduate with a communications degree, so understanding media from a different type of lens. And I've always understood media to be more deadly than even an AR-15. So let's put that in and be clear, right? Yeah, that nap was good. Like you got to get that just woke up nap voice on. I got my nap voice. I'm about to get some water, so my throat needs some lotion. But,
yeah.
But hold on one second.
No problem.
Yeah. But yeah, no, go ahead. What you saying? M3.
So I did see that from the LA police, the Protective League. Mm-hmm. Some random dude like, don't come to LA. It's bad. It's the Purge. And the funny thing about, even in the Bay, how they doing the smash and grabs. How long smash and grabs been going on? Forever. But it's not till not we like I did it, but until people go into Louis V, that smash and grabs is a thing. But they got San Francisco police got like 1,000 cases they're investigating of smash and grabs, but it's not until it happens at the Louis V store or something like that where it really gets attention, because they are more, the police, I'm saying, are more apt to protecting business than people. Okay. Let's be clear on that. That is a political thing for sure, especially here in LA. They never announced the gangs that are in police forces and police, detective departments. There's actual gangs like the Banditos and all of those. And most of the cops who work for LA Sheriff, LAPD, and even CHP and the like are members of that. So they're going to go with the agenda that is going to best put them in the best light, right? Like, we know they ain't shit, but they're going to do something that's going to put them in the best light. Don't forget, LAPD is the most murderous police force in the nation. They kill the most people in the nation as police cops. And how many people have been convicted for any of those?
Wow.
Right? We're not talking about what NWA was talking about years ago, F the police. This is why. Like, this is the F the police of today, right? This is what that is of today. So with that, I don't know what the allegedly means, because it's documented that LAPD is the most murderous police force.
We usually just say that to just protect our own stream.
Oh, okay.
We know the truth, but we know that YouTube sometimes they can't handle the truth. So
the algorithm. Okay, yeah, you're right. So allegedly, even though it's documented, murderous police force in the nation. So then you add media onto that, and this is the things that intrigued me most in my study, and in my continued study, is that they can have and they're paid. Media is paid. Let's be clear. Media has been paid. It's paid. CBS, NBC, all that stuff is paid by these forces, and it dates back to even Civil War, all the stuff that really came through after the enslavement of people, and once they were free, that's how we even got Juneteenth. A lot of people didn't even know because there was no media to say, "Hey, black people, y'all can go now." No, they still wanted to get that bag, right? They bank on what you don't know, which is that what they do today too. They bank on what you don't know, right? So like bank, like not just let me get a couple of dollars, bank, right? So to me, in my mind, it must be in it. It must be something in it bigger for them to say, "Don't come to LA. We can't protect you." Because don't we pay y'all? Like LAPD, let's be clear, they get $100 million a year.
$100 million.
$100 million.
Is that how much their budget is? True. That's how much.
Every year, like it's about to start over again in January. They're gonna get $100 million.
And I think New York might be in the billions. Real talk. She ain't lying.
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah. What? Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. They get 100. Now here's the thing with LA though, like in my foot action, and I mean foot action, I put my foot to the pavement, is that we actually won, the community actually won reparations from LAPD for community schools. And what that means is from that budget,
I saw that.
Right? From that budget, we get to take money out and say, okay, we about to use this for what we want to do. We want to teach our kids this. We want to do this for the community. And we get to do that with some of that money, right? That was the divest. Or when we say defund, divest, that's what we were talking about. A lot of people think, oh, just take all the money. We don't need police no more. I'm about that life too. But at least this is a start for like, well, let's take some of that money because all they're doing is using it for their gang relations, right? Like, how do you find guns on the street that was supposed to be in evidence? And that happens all the time. Like, I've seen literally with my own eyes, police literally harass kids playing on the street on a Sunday, playing tag or whatever. They pulled up and they didn't know I was sitting in the car, right? I was watching the whole thing and I had my camera out. And then when they saw an adult intervene, now all of a sudden they had to go. Right. So it's little things like that are, I don't even want to say passive aggressive. It's aggressive, right? That they do. So this whole don't come to LA, they're really just trying to protect them because they know if they're overcome by the people, then they lose. So they just rather people not even just come. We don't even want to have to deal with it. We don't want to have to hire, the Homeland Security. Or we don't want to have to hire other people from other forces to come help us because literally LAPD is way outnumbered already as it is. Wow. Period. They're outnumbered, period. Right? Like we don't have the amount of force that NYPD has, and they have a smaller, more dense population. Ours is more spread out. And not even spread out, they all where the black people at. They ain't even where crime is at. Like USC got more drugs. In USC, and I've seen it, they got more drugs in South Central at that school in the dorms, but you don't see them swarming to the dorms. And if you ask, private school residents or private school students, they'll tell you, yes, there's more drugs than the whole city at this school right now. So if they did a purge for real at that school and just go to the dorms, you'd be amazed at what you'd find because I've been in it and I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the district, right? Yeah. And right now they're trying to redistrict where we don't have to include USC in our Crenshaw district because they take our money and USC already got money, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So with this whole purse thing, I think I did see that it was disturbing to me because I'm like, how you gonna tell people not to come? But I get it. They should just be saying, hey, lock your car. Don't let this be seen. Get a GPS on your whip. They should just be warning people like, hey, it's people out here wilding right now. Yeah. But they want to look good and say, hey, just don't come because you know what? It may not be safe for you. So they're using these fear tactics that they've used, forever. Yeah. To say these things. And they put it in the media. Like I said, the media is more deadly than the AR-15. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Perception is everything. They can get you to perceive some shit. Then they gonna have you. They got your mind. They got everything. Because you're gonna start to make choices and decisions based on what they're telling you. So critical thinking is needed. I'm not saying that I'm in the streets every day at night, 3 a.m. I'm about to just walk by myself. I wouldn't do that. And so to me, it's just a normal, be careful, watch your own back, use certain precautions. But I wouldn't say, oh, it's so bad we can't even go to the grocery store. It's right. So Like they doing too much with all that.
I think they're just trying to cause a panic, which will be worse, right? If they cause a panic in LA, it will be worse.
Exactly, and that's my point, right? Even when with the pandemic, y'all stay home. We was out, we was good, we didn't get it. We was just being who we are as people in the district, right? We was, because it's not like a lot of us were getting, PPPs and idle loans and all this stuff, all the money that they was giving out. So we had to support one another ourselves to pay our own bills. We was out there tabling just in the streets with each other to help each other and cleaning our own streets, right? Like the city don't come clean our streets. We do every Monday because they
always want to claim about they ain't got no money in the government. This and that. Look at all the money the government has pushed out with this PPP, and we can't get reparations up in this.
Right.
Up in this
bitch. The Stop Asian Hate thing, like they didn't have to march. They didn't even have to talk too loud to get a whole bill. All they had to do was cry on, like not even cry on camera. It just had to happen, and all of a sudden they had a bill on the book.
Like it ain't been happening to us for over 400 plus years.
And as if,
up until now, we done survived slavery, Jim Crow, every movement that there is, and they still doing it to us.
And that's as if Asian hate against Black people isn't a thing. How much time we've been saying they dragging people out for a hair scrunchie in a hair store? You know what I'm saying?
That part.
With some beads or some, you know what I'm saying? Like, just some, I mean, let's be clear. The Asian hate against Black people was real too. How long we been saying that?
Yeah. Right. I need a bill to protect myself.
1,000 years?
Yeah.
More than 1,000 years, people saying that? Oh, man. But can you let the people know what his PPP loans is? Because a lot of people really don't know what that is.
Oh, Black Salute. Mm-hmm. The PPP is the Paycheck Protection Program, where small business, independent contractors, and the like, even in the likes of Uber and the like, they were able to get a stimulus and or loan that turns into a grant, if you will, in order to keep their business going, because the world shut down, or the United States shut us down, and no one can make no money. So in lieu of that, they're like, okay, we'll help you out. We'll give you some bread just to keep your business going, because we need to keep jobs going, and so and when you're in business in the U.S., especially on the independent front, the government looks at you as you're employing yourself. So they wanted to keep people, quote unquote, employed and busy and not just at home, kind of thing. So that was a whole thing with that. But even out of those billions, how many Black business really got anything?
Right.
And I was on the ground helping people to believe that they could get something. Yeah. I was trying to get through that. Like, no, just apply. You could do it. And so once I figured out, hey, we qualify, let's get it, then I started to help. I believe I helped at least 50 people get some money just because they didn't know how to apply for it, and so on. Wow. And I was even at the last minute before they closed it down, because I'm like, because the way they had the application was off.
Yeah.
And so once they tweaked it, then we was able to really get some money.
Yeah.
But it's a lot. It's a lot of people who got money. Like the NFL got money, Harvard got money. Why do they need money? Why do they need any of that? McDonald's got
exactly. And what you saying that it just goes to show me even more about how resourceful Black people really are, right? Like, we know how to get it from the gutter, get it from the mud, get it from the trenches. Right. We find a way to get money and help each other. But what we tend to do is when we get it, we don't use it effectively. We don't use it in things to make change for us. Like all this money that we got, we did absolutely crazy shit with, like bought cars and like and now the government is coming back down on these people, saying you gonna pay one way or the other. If you didn't have a business, like, you gonna pay. We gonna start from the people that got the big money and go all the way down to the people that got the little money. But we coming for you. Trust and believe. So if you were one of the ones that got that money and didn't do nothing with it but buy a new car or buy a bunch of clothes, and you want to floss on social media and don't own shit, didn't buy nothing, didn't even start a legitimate business.
Yeah.
Like, if you gonna take a risk to do that, take a risk to do it for the good of your family and your people and your community. Like, what we doing here? I mean, I know people that bought cars, that bought, come in the fuss and all on social media with in designer shit and don't own shit. Like, what are we doing?
Right. I mean, because it makes a huge difference. Because, and my thought is, I don't ever want to be in this position again, right? And so there was a lot of susu started during that time. There was a lot of things happening. But my whole point was, like you saying, sis, what are we going to do with it? Are we going to put this money to make it work in some kind of way to better our community, to better ourselves, so that we never have to be here again? Right.
And they try to say black people don't have money and don't spend money. We already know that the beauty, the health and the beauty supply is a $7 billion industry that we give our money to somebody that don't look like us.
$7 billion?
Yeah. Oh, hair, skin, makeup, nails, all that. $7 billion industry.
Wow.
Okay. So when I tell you our people need to wake the up,
$7 billion.
And my whole thing is, I know a lot of people pride themselves in, I have a job or 9 to 5 and so on and so forth. But really, I say always have a side hustle, because that's that FU money. Because we always the last one to hire, first one gone.
Right.
When the next recession come around, they're gonna be looking at you like, you gotta go. Look at the TV shows they canceled. That was on top. That was black shows. They didn't have a reason to shut them down, but they just said, "Oh, COVID. Oh, we gotta." But then all these stupid white shows is still on, and you like they still going. How come good black shows that was getting numbers and ratings? It don't matter. The thing is, we're living in a place that don't like us. They don't fuck with us. But somehow, some way, some people still want that acceptance. They still want that quote unquote love and equality and all of that. That's going to come when we provide that freedom to ourselves. That's the only way it's going to be. And I grew up listening to the stories of my grandparents. My grandfather ended up in Oakland at 12 because he was going to be Emmett Till. And that's how my grandpa built Oakland.
Oh, listen. Wow. True. Listen.
You gotta be kidding.
Listen. My parents are from Mississippi. They had to migrate to Chicago because my dad got ran out of Mississippi when Medgar Evers got killed. My dad joined the NAACP, and them KKKs was coming for him. They had to sneak my dad in the trunk of a car in the middle of the night while my mother was pregnant with me. And that's how a lot of our people migrated to New York, Chicago, Detroit, and other cities.
You said in Mississippi? Is that what you said, Mississippi?
Yeah, my parents were from Mississippi. Yeah. Greenwood and Jackson, Mississippi. And when Medgar Evers got killed in Jackson, Mississippi, my dad joined the NAACP. And the Ku Klux Klan was looking for my dad. My uncles had to come and get my dad in the middle of the night.
You gotta go.
Come through the back door, sneak my dad in the trunk of the car, and drive him and my mother to California. My mother was pregnant with me then.
In the way
that's real talk.
That's
how do they even know where he lived? How do they?
They find out where you live. When you join the NAACP back then in the 60s, they find you. They find you. That's why my parents, and I didn't even know that story. My mother told me that story when I was in my 30s. I had no idea because, I'm just thinking, a lot of black people migrated, of course, for obvious reasons. My mother and father were sharecroppers. They were sharecroppers. So they were one generation removed from slavery. Okay.
Correct.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So when people ask me why I go so hard for reparations, when I did my DNA through African ancestry and found out that my ancestors was on that slave trade that came here to America on the backs of that, and I saw the books of the censors where they signed and where my ancestors were traded from this family to that family to that family. I found out that I am the 6th cousin of Jennifer Garner.
What?
Y'all see, my last name is gone. Yes. So it's a possibility that her ancestor owned mine. That's why I say when you have a people that everything was taken from you, from your name, your title, your language, your religion, your culture, everything was stripped from us. Nothing that we own over here is really belong to us. It was indoctrinated into us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we created all the arts and stuff. So even down to the point to sister point, sis, when you say they took everything, they even took our feet. They will cut your feet off if you try to leave. Right?
Oh yeah.
Feet off.
Whoa. They cut your feet off.
They cut your
well,
feet
they did
off.
it to Kunta Kinte and Roots. That was real.
And then look how tap dancing came, because they took the drum. So we so percussive. That's how tap dancing started. Guess what? When they realized, wait, this is a language or something, they cut your feet off if you tap dance. like and then when you look at the bottom line, look at the bottom lines of Kraft, Nabisco, all these companies that say they're 100, 200 years.
They benefit from.
They were started by our ancestors. So when
and don't get me started on Tiffany, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Versace, and all of them. Listen.
Years, you're gonna see how much money that they got that they should have been given, even to the point where at the port of Jersey, there's companies that haven't paid taxes in over 100 years. So even the banking industry,
Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Chase, all of them benefit off the backs and were able to pass generational wealth onto their families off the backs of our ancestors. So it really hurts me. It hurts me and it pisses me off when I have to fight people that look like me for them they literally going around in these YouTube streets trying to say reparations is victim Olympics, they call it. Like, what the fuck? Like, we never got the 40 acres and a mule that was promised to us, because when Jackson got into office, he turned it around and actually paid the slave masters the money that we were supposed to get. So we never got our 40 acres and a mule. That is a debt that is owed for a travesty that was done to the ancestors of slaves that are still benefiting right to this day off the back of our people. And you saying we victim elected because we saying pay your MF and debt if you could give it to the Japanese, if you could give it to the Jews, if you could give it to all the other races, and you can't give it to us.
Right now it's our turn to get money, and they want to say no. I'm not gonna be standing in line for my bread, and then when it get, you at the bank and you stand in the line, now it's your turn, and you gonna say no? No. That's
right. Yeah. Oh, you victim Olympics. Y'all waiting on something. Y'all want a handout. Y'all begging. No, that's not begging. How are you begging for something that is owed to you? It is a debt.
Add one little thing, right? Ladies, I'm going to just add one little thing. You guys can, and you ladies can continue your conversation, which is very intriguing and very good, right? By the way.
People need to hear this.
Yeah. But I'm going to have to tell Black people the truth, okay? It's the hard truth to hear. But I'm going to remind y'all, none of us will ever get reparations from the oppressor, okay? They do not care about us, all right? And they never will. And they will rather give those reparations to an Asian community, a Polynesian community, an Indian community, Native American community, okay? They rather give even a Mexican, Latino community. They would rather give those reparations to all of them that never really contribute to anything in America but us than to give it to us.
Just like what Biden. And I understand your feelings.
Wait, hold on. No. It's not feelings. I'm just being realistic. No one will ever get these reparations, okay? If you are Black, the only thing that you could get is basically start investing your money for your own people. Right?
I'm not never saying don't do that. Yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm just saying is, like, at this point, like, demanding or asking or begging those people to give us what they owe us.
But how is it begging? We're trying to get a law passed. So it's never begging. It's no more than a law. That's the mentality though, right there though. Like,
hold on. I said either you're begging or you're demanding. Okay, and the reason why I said the begging part is because you have ignorant people that's still called beggars. So I'm making it clear for the ones who are looking at it as begging or demanding, we will never get that, unfortunately. You know, and it's
Well,
tough
I'm
for
I'm
us
I'm
to
one
try to
that's
figure a
believe to
solution.
never say never, and I'm a part of ADOS, and I know that that's what we trying to go to take it to Congress to get passed. So I'm not gonna never say never. I would rather die fighting to get it than to sit back and say and do nothing, and it definitely don't come to pass when you don't do nothing.
Right.
So I'd rather fight for something, even and I may not live to see it. If it could benefit my grandchildren or anything like that, I would rather fight for something than to fight for nothing. But my thing is, if that ain't your thing, then sit back as a person that look like me and be an ally and say, hey, that ain't my thing. But hey, do what you got to do. Instead of, see, our Black community always do that. We always shame each other, and we have to stop doing that. There is nothing wrong with asking for things that is owed to us, that was given to other races of people with no problem. The only thing we're saying is, that this was a travesty that happened to the American people. That our white counterparts in these big businesses and big banks are still benefiting off of it. Know that we're saying just reparations mean a repair of a wrong that was done. That's all we're saying. We're saying is to make it right. And we're coming to you, Congress, with our agenda for you to pass this law for our people.
And can I
if Trump was willing to sit at the table with the Ice Cubes of the world, and then we had people that look like us that want to cancel Ice Cube, that want to get mad at him. How in the hell, y'all Black people, please tell me, how in the hell if we gonna ever get something if we ain't never in the goddamn room sitting at the table?
So let me give you the solution real quick, right? Let me give you the solution, and then I want to let you guys talk again, okay? So the solution, and this is where I'm coming from with this part, right? So if you really want true reparations to happen, if you really want to get what is owed to you, because we do deserve it, they owe it to us. The way how you get it is to do the same, like how these other communities got their foot in the door, how they got their foot over us, okay? The one thing that other people are smart of, besides us, they know how to farm together. They know where to put their money and invest into. Like you said earlier, Miss Patrice, right? We wasted our money. Well, I'll just say our parents and other parents wasted their money buying fancy cars, clothes, and then it passed on to us. And then we think that we got to stunt, we got to look flashy to be cool, to get a girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever the case is. Instead of passing down the generational wealth, creating our own generational wealth, and teaching people how to invest, okay, into like the market or invest into other platforms, okay, invest into ourselves so we could continue to cycle through that generation type of wealth, Instead,
right, and we're doing that. Are we not? Are we not teaching our children about financial literacy, about investing? We know we ain't getting it in the school system. They damn sure ain't teaching it to us.
Right.
Yeah. But we as people, right? We need to start teaching our people, right?
Right. That's what I'm saying. We're doing it with platforms like yours and other platforms that teaching wealth management, financial literacy, cryptocurrency, bitcoins, and all that. How to invest, 401k, IRA, and think. Yes, I'm not never saying don't do that, but it still does not negate the fact that we can ask for a debt that is owed to us. We still can do all those things at the same time.
Hold on.
M3, let me say this. I know what you're trying to say. Hold on, M3. I know what you're trying to say. What M3 is saying is like, far as like reparations and stuff, we can't. We like far as like investing in money and everything. I don't think we'll be able to do that if we can't come together. The problem is that we can't come together.
Yeah,
like you got other nationalities that's coming together, even though they don't like each other, but they know when it comes to money and businesses, they know what to do. That's what we need to do. We need to come
And
together.
and we don't because we so busy fighting each other, right?
Exactly,
we can't even we can't even get past this situation because we got the ones that saying it's victim Olympics. And I don't understand that when you have Native Americans that got reparations, you have the Jews that got reparations, you have Japanese that got reparations, you have so many of these nations, and America, quite as it kept, is still paying reparations overseas. So let's be real about that.
Can I ask you a point about the reparations too? Because a lot of these white folks is getting reparations because their great grandparents wrote their names down on that what is that $5 list of being Indian, so they can get money. Let's be clear on who's getting reparations.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, I'm saying also, I'm a part of that. I'm a part of that, but I'm not gonna sit and wait and be like, you better get, like, I'm not gonna just sit here and not make no money.
Yeah, nobody's saying don't go out and grind and get you business or start, create your financial wealth. Nobody is saying don't do that. We're just saying we can do both things at the same time.
You stole me, you owe me, period. You stole me, you owe me one. And every time we wear cotton, we give into that industry yet more and more again. Every time you look at your clothes, look how much cotton. Our people picked that shit. You think they did it? Hell no.
I told you, my parents were sharecroppers. They got paid pennies on the dollar to pick cotton. My mother and my father. My father only had a 6th grade education because he had to drop out of school in the South, in Mississippi, to provide for his parents and help his mother and father pick cotton to earn and make a living. Now, anytime you have, anytime you have a nation that want to deny the fact that when the Civil War went on, there were more black soldiers that came out of slavery that were on the front lines helping fight against the Confederates. Okay, and then they get out and they get treated like crap. They never were able to buy homes. They never were able to have any type of funding for education for themselves or their families. They denied all of that to people that fought for this country, to people that died and built this country. I don't understand how anybody that looked like me to sit up and say that this is victim Olympics. I don't get it. But you can flash in your designer clothes. That if your ancestors knew you were wearing, they'd be turning over in their grave. But you can flash with them all on your YouTube channels and shit.
Right. That's not even.
But you can call reparations victim Olympics. I'm sorry. I don't pay into that. I'm not never telling nobody don't start a business, don't create your own wealth, don't teach your family financial. I'm not saying none of that. I'm not saying don't even sit and wait on nothing. But I'm saying shut your MF and mouth for the ones that are fighting. Because if you do get that damn check, you ain't gonna turn it down.
Right.
So I'm just need you to have several seats over there and not try to come and fight your own people for something they fighting for all people for that look like you and me.
Right. And why you hating, right? So I agree. It's like my thought and theory, because I used to I just, for more balance, let me just say for me, I got an 80-20 rule. Like, let me work 80% on like getting this bread so we can build our own everything, but we're gonna keep our fucking boot on their ass about what they owe us. Because look, even for the people who've been at homes and off work and lost their job, whatever the situation is through COVID, I bet you if your employer said, hey, come to work every day, I'm gonna pay you. Right. And you went to work every day for these 2 years. And then at the end of the 2 years, like right now, you're like, all right, so let me get that Christmas coming up. I want to pay these bills, get my kids something, right? Yeah. And they like, nah, we ain't paying you. You would be like, hell no. You said you have that energy, right? So that to me is that repair. Like, no, you owe us though. We already did the work. The work's already done. This is not something where we just come and saying, hey, let me get, like it's the county building, like, oh yeah, let me get that little, this little stamps and this little whatever. Like, no, we're saying, hey, we worked for 400 years.
Right.
And you said you were going to pay us X amount for X amount of time. Now we're here to collect this money. And when you think about it, that's what Dr. King was doing. When he made that speech in that church 4 days before he was getting to Washington, he told them, look, we're going to get our check, period. And what happened to the doctor?
Exactly. And listen, facts. And let me be clear. MLK said it a long time ago. We coming to get our check. I don't know if y'all remember. He said that in the speech.
Those words. We going to get our check. That's what the March on Washington was.
Exactly. So, and this is the thing. Black people, sometimes we could be our own worst enemy because we worry about, well, if black people get a check, they ain't gonna do nothing but mess it up and this and that. And I mean, listen, this is the thing. We all know that our community got a lot of issues we need to deal with mental health, with violence, crime, and all that. We know that. But Adolf has put a package together to help with all of that. We know first that we got to say, okay, we know we got some sick people in our community. We got some criminals in our community. This money can help so much, and I believe it will help crime go down as well, because a lot of poverty breeds a lot of crimes in the black community, and we need to be real about that. Because if I'm sitting over here starving and you got a loaf of bread and I'm knocking on your door and saying, can I have a slice of bread? And you slam the door in my face and say, no, I can't have it. And I knock on your door again. I'm hungry. Please give me a slice of bread. And you slam the door in my face again. And now I'm banging on the door. Give me a slice of bread. Give me a slice. And you keep slamming the goddamn door. What's eventually going to happen if I'm hungry? I'm going to knock the damn door down and give me some bread.
Yeah, we're going to take it.
Right. And then they even want to criminalize you if they throw it in the garbage and then you go in their garbage and get it so you can eat. Now they want to criminalize you because you went in their garbage to get some food.
But reparations is not just about a check, giving a check. It's about putting major funds into education that we was denied. It's about putting major funds into health care for black people that we were denied. It's about putting funds for our veterans that were denied those opportunities and benefits. It's about putting funds into financial economics for our black community. It's about putting funds into a lot of different areas that we were deprived and denied of, plus the goddamn checks on a monthly basis, or however you want to do it, the same way you gave the Native Americans.
That part. And themselves, because again, they wrote their name for $5. They put their name on that list so they can get a check too, low key. And don't forget, they had insurance on them people. So if they died, they got money based on their loss. Let's be clear.
Hey, check this. The banks had insurance on slaves.
That part.
When they did the slave with the slave master and the slave, when after President Jackson reversed the 40 acres and a mule law, the money that was supposed to go to our ancestors when they were free went back to the goddamn slave masters.
Yep.
Right back. Oh my goodness.
I'm telling y'all, our people got to wake up.
Yep.
And these are the things that we fighting for with ADOS. We just saying we want to build. Sit with us, talk to us, have a conversation. And when you have people like Trump that was willing to do that, and Ice Cube, and then Ice Cube went on Tone Talks. I don't know if y'all familiar with Tone Talks and Yvette Carnell. Tone Talks and Yvette Carnell is Breaking Brown. They are the major founders of ADOS, right? So when Ice Cube went to talk to Trump, then our people get mad. They want to cancel him. So Tone Talk say, look, I like what you're doing, Ice Cube, but it's so much you don't know. Come over here, talk to me. Let me tell you what we really need over here. Yeah. When you're talking a $12 to $14 trillion goddamn debt that is owed to our people, we need to talk about how we gonna break this down. Ice Cube went on Tone Talks. Tone Talks talked to him. Told him, look, if you go before Trump, you need more stuff on the black agenda. Boom, boom, boom. ABC through whatever.
Right. And
our people, he didn't even get a chance because our people, I'm going to cancel him. Let's cancel him. How in the hell are we ever going to get anywhere if we are not in the room to sit at the table with people that can give it to us?
Exactly. They were so quick to try to cancel him just because they thought, Ice Cube is going to vote for Trump. First of all, Ice Cube didn't even say he was going to vote.
He didn't even say that.
He didn't even say that. He didn't say anything about Joe Biden or Trump. He didn't say nothing like that. Okay, but
listen, he sat down, he talked to Trump the first time they got mad at him. He was going to go back again when Trump was talking about the $500 billion Black Platinum plan. That's when they wanted to cancel. Then he goes over, he get in contact with Biden and Kamala and they camp. And you know what they told him? Come see us after the election.
After it's over.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? You see the difference, but these are the people we so in our feelings about. That Kamala Harris that passed all of these bogus truant laws in California. You should know about that, True. That put a lot of black parents in prison, and then the criminal justice system that you're literally giving black men 20, 30 years for nonviolent offense for drugs,
for some weed,
and you ain't getting that much to the ones that delete people off this earth.
And she used to smoke weed.
I got a problem with that, but then you want to run around and everybody, all these women talking about chucks and pearls. Miss me with that bullshit.
Right.
Y'all missing the bigger picture, black people. We stay in our feelings too much. I'm telling you, when I sat on the Obama administration, y'all, I was a part of. Listen, I'm gonna send pictures to knowledge and relationship. I'm gonna send pictures. When I was a part of the Obama administration, I saw the checks come in of the people paying for these politicians for the bills that they wanted to get passed in.
Yeah,
I saw it.
Wow.
I saw the millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars of checks, donations coming in to the politicians to get shit done. Woo. That's how we gotta get shit done.
Yeah, that's how we gotta do it. But then, you know, the 80% of the black folks, they voted for Joe Biden because Kamala Harris, because I heard a lot of people say Kamala Harris was black. That's why I'm voting for her.
You talking about the same Kamala Harris that never claimed black. She don't even claim black on the census. She always said she claimed her Indian heritage. Oh, please. Oh, my God. It makes me want to throw up.
Exactly. And that's the reason why I'm like, man, y'all not even going to look up this information? No, we don't need to. We going to vote because she black, she look like me, so we going to vote. So, see, and that's the problem. You know, black folks need to look up information on these individuals before even making the vote. You need to look at
she started claiming black when she ran for vice president.
Right.
Okay, that's when she started claiming black. But she could sit her butt on the Breakfast Club and sit up and say, well, I'm not just gonna pass reparations for black people. What do you mean? Yeah. Why is it that they always want to lump us in with a race of other people?
Right. And they don't want to include us on nobody. Get the fuck out of here. They don't want to include us.
I cannot.
But everybody else got to be included with us, right? And so this is just, we just have to have a no-nonsense approach. Just stay strong in our belief and say, no, we have to have our
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not angry either. I'm just passionate. That's all. This is just my passion coming out. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
And the Queendom. Queendom, shout out to you. I would definitely sit on a panel with you and the rest of y'all anytime. I just have a high passion, y'all, and my passion comes out because I swear, listen, I get it. I was brainwashed like that too. My whole life, I'm telling you, my whole life. And when I saw how Obama turned down reparations for our people when he had a chance, to do something right, and he did not do it before he left office, y'all.
Because he's not a descendant of an enslaved African.
Sure isn't.
He
wouldn't qualify. Him or Kamala Harris. They don't qualify. They don't qualify.
He doesn't have the same experience, bro. That don't mean he's not black and didn't get racist stuff happen, but his ancestry is not the same. His ancestry is that his dad is African and his mom is white. He grew up with a white.
That is correct.
In Hawaii, he don't have the same ties and passion.
That's correct. That is correct. He's right. True.
That nigga ain't work with his hands. His wife did though. His wife family did.
Yeah, now Michelle will qualify. Michelle qualifies. Yeah,
that's the difference.
Kamala don't qualify either. She don't
like that, so he's not gonna feel that in that same way.
Exactly, and I think that's one of the main reasons why they deny it and they don't fight for it. So they nothing.
I think I was expecting Obama. Now let me let you know something. I'm 100% Virgo in my blood, right? And Obama is 100% Leo. August Leo, that is.
I'm a Leo. Our birthday is on the same day. My birthday is the exact same day as his. August the 4th. August 4th.
Now look, listen to this, sister. Have you ever heard Obama talk like that? Even in his passion for what he want to get obtained. I was looking to see a little bit more lion in the brother. Then just okay, I can.
Nah, no, he got in there and got totally controlled. He was a puppet like all the rest of my puppets. Y'all see my avatar? Do y'all see my avatar? That picture, that avatar right there. I'm gonna show you how much of the history of my family go back with politics. Before I got deeply involved into it, my son was involved. That's a picture of my son with Colin Powell at the White House. My son was honored at the White House when the Bush administration was in office. And that's him being honored. That medallion around his neck is the award that he received at the White House. And that's him on that picture with Colin Powell, who was a Republican.
Wow. Is that right?
Okay.
Wow.
So my family have been in the room. My son was in the room long before I was. Kept telling me, Mom, the only way you're going to learn and be a part of this is if you got to be in the trenches with it. So, okay, we got a black first African-American, black, whatever you want to call him, president that's running. I said, okay, son, I'm going to be a part of this history. I'm going to do what I can do in the state of Nevada at the time of where I was living. I got in the offices. I got behind the trenches. I was at the meetings. I got pictures. I'm going to send them knowledge. Give me your email. I was behind the VIP booth. I was on pictures with senators in Nevada. I got close proximity pictures to Obama and Michelle. That's how close I was.
Wow. Right?
Working with these people in the offices, answering phones, making phone calls, collecting the donations,
Ooh.
seeing it in the trenches. So I know politicians are bought.
So
100%. I know somebody wasn't saying they wouldn't. 100%. That's what politicians is. Like, I mean, because it costs a lot to run for all. Like, if I said, "Hey, let me run for city council," it's gonna cost a lot of money for that.
Right.
Because you got to educate the community. Like, and there's so many different costs. But that when they don't have caps on what they got and they get to keep and all that shit. Like, my thing is, if you got money left over, give the people back a percentage of their bread.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you lost, and it's all good. You lost, but we tried.
But you know that ain't gonna never happen, right?
Right? You didn't even know it's possible, right? It's like
that's why I would love to see fresh, young black men and women coming up with a whole different mindset and frame of mind about politics, right? Because, you know, a lot of these old senators and Congress people, they don't even want to get a goddamn seat up. I actually think that you know, it shouldn't be like seats for people that hold those seats in Washington. Like, give me a break. You need to move out the way for a new fresh breed, a generation.
Dead alive.
Right.
Yeah.
Dead alive. Do you see Biden? That nigga look dead, bro. Like,
exactly.
Every time I look at bro,
it's like, and y'all know his cognitive mind he's losing it. I really believe he's in early stages of a dementia or something, or Alzheimer's or something. Allegedly, I would say. But yeah, allegedly.
A full year. He can't even do a full year.
But do we not see how Kamala Harris's whole department, they are resigning? Did y'all check that out? What's going on? Like, her whole department is in chaos.
Because I was hearing that Kamala was treating her staffs like they were treating her staffs like shit. That's what I heard. That she was treating her employees bad. You know, she had no respect for them, which is actually true because I got the video. By the way, allegedly though, I'm still gonna say allegedly. I got the video when I heard her speaking about how her being disrespectful to her staffs. So I don't know if that was the case, maybe, but I'm not for sure.
Right, one of those. What's their last name? It's two sisters. They both, I think, are attorneys or high up in the Presleys or some their last name. Two black sisters. Yeah. The one that worked for her, she just resigned, and then it's some more chaos stuff that's going on. And I know she is from. I know she went to a historically black college, and I think she an AKA or whether I give zero F's about that. I really do, because she never claimed to be black. I don't care. She never claimed to be black until it was time for her to be black.
That part.
That's deep.
That's deep.
Did y'all hear that?
A lot. It happens a lot.
She did not claim to be black until she
needed
got
to
that
be
seat.
Which means it was going to benefit her and the culture you know, or as seemingly right, the culture, because they knew. Here's the thing: when Biden said, "If you don't vote for me, you ain't black," that means every black person was like, "F you, I'm cool." He knew that. He had to play his cards right. And in politics, all he did was go get a black face, a woman at that, right? He had to play his cards
Oh my
right.
God! To get Cardi B of all people,
A woman at that.
Cardi B of all people to represent us. We couldn't do no better than that.
I'm saying though, like why they get somebody like her to do that to represent? She don't represent me.
But that just goes to show you the value of what they care about our community and our people. To get somebody, because it's so many other people, young people that they could have got.
Yeah, but
why?
That was the plan for because she got a lot of black followers as far as what she do.
Exactly.
So they used her for Joe Biden to win.
Right, because they needed that younger generation. They needed those millennials and Z's in order to get those votes. Absolutely. They knew exactly what they were doing, but we always fall for the trickery. I just want our people to just be more critical thinkers when it comes to that. If you really, and it just take a little bit of research and study. And I'm just saying, like for me, like voting locally for me is important because I care about the things that happen around me in my community, right?
Yes,
so I voted locally. Listen, especially when it comes to things like your senators, your district attorneys, the judges, your governor, things like that, because that affects the criminal justice system, that affects the police system, and especially when it affects black men. And that's what black men. When you know that the odds are against you every day when you walk out your door, you have to look at the policies for your district attorneys, your governors in your area and things in order to get laws changed. Because at the rate that they are deleting you men, whether you're armed or not, and most of them have been unarmed when they have to have any type of dealings with police officers. And if you're legal to carry, you still end up dead.
Yep.
Philando Castile.
His name. Yeah.
But okay, I just want to ask y'all a question. When President Obama first became president, what was the first thought in your mind when he first became president?
Real
at
quick.
that moment.
Real quick, before anybody answers the question, right? We do have 2 minutes left, right? Because we are pressed on time. But go ahead and feel free to answer the question.
For me, working in the trenches, being proud as a black woman, I felt like I could woo-saw a little bit for a minute.
Right.
Like I felt like I can exhale and say, wow, now maybe finally, when I tell you I cried. Yeah. I cried watching that on TV. Like I felt like finally maybe now we'll get a little bit of equality. Yes. A little bit.
Yes.
And we didn't get that from the man that looks like us. So that's why I fight so hard, and it hurts me when people fight against me that look like me, because it takes me back to those times.
Yeah.
He did nothing for us.
Nothing. I don't remember him doing anything either. Not for us. He may have done something for the other nation of people, but not for us. I'm just being real.
I'm going to point out something, but I'm going to say my point of view last, because I do want Truth Media to speak on that first. Speak on that next, and then I'm going to just say my little part on it. But go ahead.
On how I felt about when Obama won.
Yeah, when he first got in office at that time.
Oh yeah, I was for sure. I was excited. We was in LA. We were celebrating all that for sure. Because I've done some work on the ground to make that happen too. So everybody felt a part of it, and it did feel like something was gonna be different. All that, but yeah.
Oh man.
Okay. DJ Eddie, what's your thoughts?
No, what I thought was I was like, man, now maybe we got a chance, but. I got a homegirl. I ain't gonna say her name. She told me exactly what Obama was gonna do, but I didn't believe it. I wasn't really trying to listen to her because I was so focused on seeing the black man in the office. I wasn't really listening to her. So when he got in office, he made it happen for the. I'm gonna say the hallucination community because I don't want to say their name, but y'all know what I'm talking about. He made it happen for them.
Hallucination.
And then she tell me, man, I told you that was gonna happen. I told you. You know, I was shocked, man.
The Walking Dead.
So mad.
Oh, dang.
The Walking Dead community.
The Walking Dead community.
Let's just say the community, all right?
The community, okay. That's I was hurt, man. Don't get me wrong. I didn't even want to turn on the TV no more to look at that.
Yeah.
All,
and then like. But here's the thing. Look at the word. The word was hope. You can't measure hope, right? That's why it's hope.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Ain't no metrics with hope. You know what I'm saying? It's hope. Right. That's all you gave was hope.
I'm just, our people got to realize that praying it away, it ain't going. Praying, kumbaya, the whole, wait on Jesus and all of that. Listen, we gotta fight.
Yes.
I'm so sick, like for real.
Yeah, we're gonna be dead before Jesus come anyway.
We don't know that.
Yeah, but they tell us to wait. They don't wait. They don't wait on Jesus. They get there, and we gotta wait.
Well, for those people who waited and died, we could speak on them on their behalf. But I'm just gonna say this right before I close it out. When Obama came into office, I was hyped. I was excited. Remember, this was like decades ago, so I was young and dumb, right? With no knowledge at all, period. So you're like, okay, man, cool. Now we got a brother in the office. Man, life is going to change for the better for us. He's going to step in. He's going to make black people proud. We're going to have he's going to pave the way to many other black people, intelligent black people, to run the office for the future. So I thought. And even through like his 8 years in the office, I still had some type of hope. I was like, okay, they just hating on Obama because he's black, and they don't want to see no black person do well. Now, although Obama is very intelligent, and I'll give him that, and he has this calm demeanor that I could emulate and take notes of. But however, as you get older and you get more mature and you start kind of think of like the internalized perception, I always have to realize is this, that white people will give you, I ain't gonna call them white, I'm gonna call them the Europeans, all right? The Europeans, right, will give you a certain type of, allegedly, a certain type of hope, right? They would choose who they want black people to look up to. And if that person is fitting for those black people to look up to, that will be a good way to keep them silent for a good couple of years. And so, when you have these arguments about, well, Obama ain't doing nothing, and you're like, well, he couldn't do nothing because he was a black president, and he did this for the people, and he did Obamacare, and blah, blah, blah. But you have to understand one thing, right? And this is a reminder. This should be a reminder for people, right? Obama, yes, he is a man of color. And yes, he does look black. Because he's half black. Okay? We still have not have a fully black president of the United States.
That part.
Our vice president, okay, don't even consider herself to be black. But she had to use some, and I don't even blame Kamala Harris. I blame us because we adopted her into the black community.
That part.
Yeah. We adopted her into the community because we hoped, we had some type of hope that, man, we have a sister that's going to be vice president. And she's a woman too, so it's like, there's two factors. Imagine if Biden passes on, moves on or whatever, his dementia get worse, and now you have a so-called black female president running the United States of America. You know, in the eyes of this, like, twisted American society, you know how many feminists will be happy right now? You know? But however, Kamala Harris is not fully black. And she doesn't consider, or nor do she care about the black community, allegedly. Even though it's factual, but allegedly still. You know? She is responsible for a lot of incarcerations for black people, for black parents. If your child, okay, goes to school, no, if your child is on his way to school and plays hooky, she's the one who set up those laws to throw the parents in jail, to give them a fine.
That
She
part.
do not care about us like that. Even though I have to say allegedly, but you know.
And was a large part of the crime bill when she served as senator in Sacramento, California. Don't forget that.
Absolutely correctly, allegedly. But you know what I mean. You know, the point is, all of the people that we're looking up to, right, and even the Hillary Clintons with their hot sauce, they're not one of us. They're not a part of us. Okay, they are just a face to get us to vote. We are 80% of the voters that brought her, okay, into this office. And not once has she's done anything for blacks. And she even said this too. Why would I do anything for black people? Okay? She and her claim,
absolutely.
Okay, she's supposed to be for all people, you know. But she has to say all people so she don't get,
That's a
accused of anything.
Move. Very much. That's a political move.
Yeah. But she made it clear that these dummies that voted for her, okay? She made it clear, like, look, thank you for the vote. We knew you black people was gonna vote for me because I look like y'all. Yep. Or you think, but I'm not y'all.
I knew we wasn't fucking with him.
And I'm sorry, I said Sacramento. I meant San Francisco. My bad.
San Francisco. No, you're good. Thank you for the correction.
And they knew that. That's what politics is. They knew, especially because he said, "Oh, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black." He knew he had to play the black card some kind of way to get our vote back. Because if he didn't get our vote, he was losing. Period.
And look who he had to talk to. He had to talk to a hip hop dummy, Charlamagne the God, a rapist.
And we ain't even seen him since.
You know, I ain't gonna say. Well, I guess I still have to say allegedly. But anyways, he's a racist person. I'm not racist. I mean, sorry. He's a R. Okay, I forgot because YouTube.
Algorithms.
Yeah. But anyways, though, you know what I mean. But the point is that they give us a certain type of. They choose for us. When we look at the Jay-Z's, the Beyoncé's, the Oprahs, we're like, man, if they could do it, we could do it too. I hate to say this to you. As you become successful, you have your own brethren that's going to shoot you down. You have those people, the Europeans, that's going to shoot you down. Okay? Unless if you're on their side against us, then they may choose you for a certain period of time. They could have got rid of Oprah a long time ago. Okay?
They tried. That's why they didn't put, like, it's so much behind the scenes with that. And to interject into your point, that's why they didn't promote her channel. That's why they didn't help her at all, because she took money out of that network TV show, made them a lot of money, even though that came about by accident. They was trying to fire her, but they didn't want to let her go and pay her still. So they're like, oh, we're just going to give you this little show. We're going to put you up against the hardest time block where we know you're going to fail. We're going to set you up to make sure you fail, so we have reason to let you go at the end of the year. And her rating soared, went higher and higher than everybody's. And she put everybody else out of business. So that made a lot of money for them. And when she said, you know what, I'm going to own my own shit. I'm going to have my own station. I don't want to pay y'all nothing no more. I'm going to let y'all have a show and have everything, the royalties and everything. And I'm going to come over here and own my own stuff. They were like, oh, look at her channel. It ain't that. Like, remember, look at when it started. Go back and look at the history of that. So, yeah, they could have let her go a long time ago, right? But they really did. And they're still trying to knock her off. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? To the fact that she just sold it last year.
Yeah. Real quick. I just now looked at the time. It's already like 4:10. So I gotta wrap it up. But
you got
Truth, Miss Patrice Gardner. Thank you for tuning in to Knowledge and Relationships. Um,
Woo!
I'm going to highlight you real quick. If you want to shout out anything, you can shout out your city. All right. But feel free to shout out
Truth
whatever you want
media.
to shout
So
out.
glad to have you. You the truth for real. Let's
And
go.
it is pronounced truth. That's TRUTHE. So either way you look at it, you always looking at the
The
truth.
truth.
And we are that part. And it's also shout out to our ancestor Sojourner Truth, who always spoke it.
Yes.
But yeah, you can follow me. You can hit us up. We are Hope for Hip Hop. We are educational conglomerate where we are able to come into your home, your church, your community, and really teach on these such matters and the like as it pertains to hip hop. I do like to laud myself as a millennial expert of sorts. So you can go ahead and support that movement as we build our school and our educational facilities. And this is for all ages, all demographics, all cultures, creeds, and everything and the like. So we are not only specific to the Black community, we go and teach in all communities. And we know that these holidays from Kwanzaa to Martin Luther King Day to the Black History Month is coming up. So go ahead and book us now before we get booked all the way up and we ain't got no more time and no more slots. But that's Truth Media at Gmail. That's also at Truth Media on social media sites, as well as here on YouTube. So peace and blessings. Give thanks for allowing me this platform. One love, one love. Lives and relationships. Keep going, keep growing.
Thank you so much, Truth.
And I'm going to say to everybody, thanks for joining the panel in the chat room. Thanks to Truth. Thanks to OG Patricia. You can find me DJ Eddie King on YouTube. You can find me on dj.eddie.king on Instagram. I am the music creator for Knowledge and Relationship. Please like and subscribe to the channel. And thank you for everyone for showing up. Peace, peace.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to Knowledge and Relationships on YouTube. Okay. Thank you for tuning in to Knowledge in the Afternoon. So, I don't know. We might want to making this a series, but so far, man, like, this was definitely like a genuine hot topic. Our original purpose was to like have like multiple topics to talk about, but the purge and what's going on with like our society in America, man. Sometimes, man, like bigger things they just happen. So plenty of shout outs, right, to all the wonderful people that came in. Shout outs to Thomas Sotomayor. Shout outs to Quantum Love.
We see you, Brother Tommy.
Shout outs to Miss Mary. Shout outs to Loverboy Linsky. Shout outs to Big Bad Bull. Shout outs to Queen Nita. Shout outs to Simon Hectic. There's still more. Oh, and shout outs to the Atlanta Thrasher. Okay. Shout outs to JP. Oh man, there's so many people in this chat. Let me scroll through real quick.
Righteous people giving blessings and thanks to the Most High.
Shout outs to Miss Patrice Gardner. Okay. Shout outs to Don Frank. She was in there for a minute. Let me see. There was somebody else. Okay. Shout outs to Hanifa. She was in there as well. Shout outs to her. Shout outs to you as well, Truth. You came up in the building too. We appreciate that. Shout outs to Ron P. All right. Ron P came up in the building. We definitely appreciate you, Ron P. And shout outs to K. Marion. Thank you for tuning into the chat. And shout outs to Queen Dawn. And shout outs to DJ Eddie King. Okay. You guys brought in the heat, the fire, and I definitely appreciate that. So without further ado, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe to our channels. We are on the road for 600 subs, okay, and beyond. So I think we need 4 more subs, I believe. So that was the last time I checked. So we're at 596. So let's get 4 more subs out there, man. Help us out. Share the videos to your friends and family and tell them to subscribe. And with that, we are out, everyone. Peace out.
Peace and love.
And many blessings.
DJ